All right, welcome to the Gospel Broalition. We're on live on Twitch, and we're gonna start calling it GoBro for short.
GoBro.
Yeah.
All right, I don't
Gotta
see
get
any
that
red.
name out there, man.
It's a GoBro.
See any red? We do have some housekeeping things. We'll do that now or later.
What housekeeping things?
I said we got some housekeeping things.
Oh, I heard you the first time.
Are you going to put a little like housekeeping skirt on and walk around and like dust things or what?
You gonna wear a French maid outfit?
No,
No.
no, that's not what I mean.
Disappointed.
I am a little bit. Not gonna lie.
What we do, what you're watching right now is live, right?
Right.
But we don't share it like that.
Right.
So you either catch it live, or you see the 4 to 5 snippets that we make from this 2-hour continuous stream.
It's true.
Right.
You miss some stuff. You miss the in-betweens. You miss the conversation between the feature videos.
The bathroom breaks.
The bathroom break.
If you want to see, and the bathroom breaks, if you
Spontaneous
want to
farting.
see the whole show from beginning to end, you have to hit the join button down there.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it on Twitch.
And
Because
like and
twice a month,
subscribe if you watch the videos.
twice a month we upload the whole show, and
Yeah.
only members can see it.
I
Cool.
did not know that.
I know you didn't,
Surprise.
but that's how it works.
Does your
Ignorance is
beard have
bliss.
dandruff?
Yes. I got to put the beard, like, I got beard balm stuff I put in.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
it
yeah,
keeps my
yeah.
beard
See,
from
this is the
dandruff.
stuff you miss. The beard talk.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like the front of my shirt. It's
Yes.
like-
It looks like a snowstorm on
Like
the front
Mount
of my
Everest.
You don't use a good beard stuff.
I don't.
I didn't either until
love it,
a
man.
couple weeks ago, and I was like, I'm tired of this, and I got some of that. I can't remember the name of it. It comes in like a little container, a little screw. That stuff's awesome,
I got stuff at home.
and it's like a cream, and you just rub it. in
Right.
your
I've got
beard.
it at home.
Yeah, it works great.
Okay.
Smells
Yeah,
good
and it's
too.
also like even when you're looking in the mirror, when you put it on, it's like switching from standard resolution to HD, just the way it just kind
You
of
just glow.
lines it out and glosses it.
Yeah,
Oh,
because it's starting to get like the hairs are starting to get really swirly. Like I've had a goatee forever, and it lays perfectly. But this
Yep.
beard,
Get
man.
you some of that Cremo. That's what I use.
No, I bought the whole kit. I bought the little aerator
Oh, really?
tool that you use.
Ooh,
oh
It
my.
makes holes in your skin and
yeah,
helps
that
you
sounds terrible.
because I can't grow a beard. But
Yeah, I don't. I
I have
like
no
my
body
stuff.
hair whatsoever.
Now I got tired of mine and trimmed mine off almost as short as you can get it about a week ago. So
Oh, you're doing the underbeard. I can't do underbeard.
I have to. That's how I hide my
got
double
you
chin.
about right here.
I don't think it hides your double chin. I think it makes it more pronounced.
It depends on how long it is. If I get the beard a little longer, it does work. But
Yeah,
That's true.
I like to grow it down and it hides it. So
yeah, exactly.
I do. I mean,
I know.
I need to lose weight, so that would help.
Nah, be fat and happy.
Well, I got more chins than a Chinese phone book. It's possible.
Da-da.
Wow.
Where did I hear that? Okay, I don't know.
You made it up.
I made it up. All right. So we're gonna look at some videos tonight,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna do our obligatory Tom McDonald video. But there's a catch this time because it's Ben Shapiro.
It's a conservative. It's even more conservative, Tom, than before.
Which is
Right, the
amazing.
Jewish hamster Ben Shapiro.
Dr. Dreidel.
Dr. Dreidel.
And it should be good. And I have purposefully not watched this for 2 weeks. Everybody's been watching this, and I have not watched it because I want to do a full reaction to it.
I've watched it.
So,
Yeah. Full disclaimer, I've watched it.
I've seen it. Yeah,
okay.
Matter of
I've
fact,
seen it once.
Who are the four brothers?
They did it too.
They were hilarious.
The Carter family?
Yeah, because whenever that part dropped, they were just like, they were up running around
I know.
and throwing stuff, and it was great.
This is going to be pretty hilarious.
Um,
Fake Woke is his best video. Tom McDonald's best video.
Oh,
Fake Woke's
Clown
great.
World was so good too.
Fake
Fake
Woke
Woke
is
is great.
Oh, Fake Woke's better than Clown Woke. Clown Work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fake Woke's his best one.
I don't know about his best, but I do like it.
Let me edit this scene here.
I like White Boys.
Keep talking about Tom.
Yeah.
The one with,
I don't care if I offend you.
Dax in it.
That's what he says here. I don't care if I.
Facts. Don't care about your feelings.
I love Tom. It's just like how many videos can you possibly do to tell people you don't care what they think?
He's gonna do more.
He's going to do more. Yeah.
As long as people are clicking on it, he'll do them all.
Wait, was he always like this? Was he conservative always?
He lived in Canada.
Tom McDonald.
Yeah.
As long as I followed him.
Like he lived in Canada, didn't he? So apparently, Upchurch came out and wrote a diss song about him. I've not listened to it yet. I want to because I kind of like Upchurch. So we might have to listen to his diss song. Talks about how he comes from Canada and about how he can't have guns and all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
So
that'd be funny.
I don't know.
So did you guys know You probably not because you're not watching it, but or maybe I already told you the phrase that Ben has on his shirt here. Do you know the background behind that?
Mm-hmm.
He actually said that one time, didn't he?
Like several years ago, before the trans thing was even a trending topic, he was sitting at a little round table on a talk show.
He was on that doctor show.
Yeah, it was on a talk show, and they kept trying to kind of defend their case, and they just kept saying, "Well, I feel this and I feel that," and it wasn't even like a big thing. He just said, "Facts don't care about your feelings." And he was just like roasted forever for saying that.
Meme right there.
It's a great line.
Great memes.
Yeah.
It's funny. He's got a hood on. It's still perfect hair.
It is weird, isn't it?
It is weird.
Yeah, he could take it. I can't wear hoods.
Is his
my hair
yarmulke
all
on?
Of course it is.
No cap?
No cap.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're not going to ruin anything. I think we already did.
All right, let's see what we got.
Uh-oh. I still hear the sounds.
Oh, you can't hear the sounds.
You got it muted.
They can't cancel my message because I'm the biggest independent
All right, go back, start it
rapper in the
over.
whole
I'm
friggin'
going
world.
to.
Claim that I'm racist, yeah.
Technical.
All right, we're watching Tommy Donald.
They can't cancel my message because I'm the biggest independent rapper in the whole friggin' world. Claim that I'm racist, yeah, alright. I'm not ashamed because I'm white. If every Caucasian's a bigot, I
Good
guess every
gracious,
Muslim's
man.
a terrorist. Every liberal is right. I don't want to talk to folks who don't get it. Go woke, go broke, no hope. It's pathetic. Pro-choice, pronouns, pro-love, you're progressive. But you ain't pro-gun, no one to protect it. Where the American flags at? Remember when people would hang those? They've been taken down, they all been replaced with BLM flags or a rainbow. This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes.
He just doesn't care, does he? I love it.
See, I thought.
I mean, his shirt says, I don't care. So
Did he say he was proud of being white? Or he didn't care if he was white. What did he say about being white?
he said, I'm not ashamed of being proud of being white.
Yeah,
basically.
I mean, I'm not ashamed of being white.
And I do like his little thing about American flags. He's right. I mean, you used to drive down the street, especially in a small town like we're in, and you used to see American flags hanging from literally almost every single person's house.
Mm-hmm. Or
You know,
state flags or something.
Some type of we have
Right.
pride in our where we live. That doesn't happen anymore. You see more rainbow flags than you do American flags.
Yeah, I
almost
mean,
anymore.
I don't hang one outside my house because if somebody came up and grabbed it and decided they wanted to do something to it, I'd beat the hell out of them. And then
Second Amendment.
I'd go to jail and it'd be all bad and stuff. So
I usually hang two outside my. They just don't make them that last anymore. Like I even bought the nice quality, like the stitched ones, and the wind around here is so ridiculous all the time.
yeah,
They last like 2 months.
Where
I
we
just paid
actually
$40 for a flag.
for a little bit of history, where we live, they wanted to put in a wind farm, one of those huge wind farm with all the turbines on it, and it got voted down. But I mean, we have wind.
We have
it's never
ridiculous wind.
horrible during the summer because the wind's always blowing 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Here, I actually had a flagpole out in front of my house, and it blew over.
We put a flag.
They got to hold that flag, and I go out one yard one day, and it's like, whoop. And I'm like,
Yeah.
my first thought was, oh my gosh, American flag's on the ground. That's my first
Yep,
thought. 'Cause I'm a
absolutely.
true American, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, we get so bent out of shape about that. We put a flag out in front of the house last year, and I think we bought a decent one. And it was constantly tying itself up, and then it tore itself so it could tie itself in a knot.
And then it gets frayed. Then
it
I'm
was-
not going to fly in afraid of
right.
flag.
It was banging off the soffit of the house.
Yeah.
And I was sitting in the house a couple weeks ago, and Mandy's like, "We got to take that down. It looks terrible."
Oh, I can't stand
So I'm
that.
out there
I
trying to
can't
take
stand
it down, and what am I doing? I'm trying to get it off of there without dropping it.
Yep.
'Cause
Don't
everybody's
dare let it
watching.
touch- don't dare let it touch the ground.
Well, we had a bank up here in town that had a flag out there, and it was basically just two strands, just like flapping in the
Yeah.
breeze. It's like,
There's nothing you can do about it out
I know.
here.
I went into the bank. I said, "Y'all didn't take that flag down."
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
I mean, it's embarrassing. I mean, that's pathetic.
Back
I
it
do.
up.
I there's like neighbors and stuff like that down at the lake house. One lives next door. I went out and bought her a new flag. I was like,
yeah.
"Here, put this up."
Yeah, here. Yeah, once again, he's stating stuff.
Well,
he's
he
already stated.
and he also did you also see that he watched it? He filtered his language.
He said,
He said, "I'm the best freaking rapper."
he did. Because
Well,
he knew
he's
he was going
trying
to
to-
watch this, though.
He's trying to draw a different audience this time.
Well, but he
Because
knew,
normally he says it and then edits it for YouTube.
That's
But
true.
right, but he knew who was going to be watching this.
Yeah.
He's
Yep.
playing to the crowd. That's good.
He is,
Yeah.
and at least he has the ability to do so.
Oh, yeah, daughters.
In the hole. I don't care if I offend you. I
He looks so out of place. I'm sorry.
Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man. I'm the man who don't respect.
All right.
If you want my pronouns, I'm the man. I'm the man that doesn't respect you.
Yeah. So you've heard the hook now.
Yeah.
Is it Tom McDonald's best song?
It's
I've
close.
never heard you sing along with Tom McDonald, yet you did right there.
It's
true.
close. It's close.
Just wait. Just wait.
Oh my god.
There you go. So like, no one thought Ben was gonna rap.
Right.
No one thought.
I was watching some of the other people react to this.
Yeah,
and
they're
some
all
of the like prominent rap reviewers. They're like, if he comes out rapping, I'm going to turn this off.
Yeah, they're like, there's no way. It's not going to happen because
Yeah.
it's like they keep setting him up like he's going to do it, and then they're like, he's not going to do it.
Well,
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm the man who don't respect. Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a whack. Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my charts. You're blowing cards.
You're missing it.
I'm on television. Dogs, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section.
You're missing the lyrics.
Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a
I round
whack.
it.
Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap. Look at the graphs.
oh my gosh, go back.
It's a yarmulke, homie, no cap.
Let's look at the stats. I got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a whack. Dog, it's a yarmulke, homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You go into prison. I'm on television. Dogs, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. And I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people download this. Let's get a Billboard #1. This ain't rap.
He did. Oh my gosh.
And the sad part is, for Ben Shapiro to rap, he had to slow down.
He had to slow
Yeah.
down.
Like,
Yes, so many
it was
people are
so
saying
weird
that.
because he wasn't talking his normal speed. It was like,
Yeah.
okay,
It
wasn't.
this is weird.
He actually had to slow down.
He had to
do
slow
the
down
rap.
to rap. That's
Yeah.
sad.
Oh my gosh.
So he called out.
He's actually pretty good.
He called out Lizzo.
Yep. And then he said WAP. So he's got
He
what's
said,
her name?
Yeah, so he's called her out. Then he said, my yarmulke, no cap,
Yeah.
because he didn't understand what no cap was, which I don't know what it means. So.
It means no lie.
no lie.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. No
That's
cap.
that's
means no lie.
that's Gen Z lingo, and he didn't because he sat down with.
Why would you say no? Why would you just say no lie instead of no cap?
or I'm not lying, right? It's me saying I'm not lying. They say no cap.
just say
that
no,
generation.
No lie.
say-
It's the same number of syllables. I
Yeah,
mean,
It's the new kids.
He sat down with the female Ben Shapiro a couple months ago. You know, Brett Cooper,
yeah.
and she was saying Gen Z lingo, and he was trying to guess what it meant, and no cap was one of them. So
I've never heard that. Okay, but I don't.
I've
hang
heard the
around
kids
with
say it. I just
Yeah.
wasn't sure what was going on.
one of my kids loves to say it. So.
Yeah.
no cap,
No,
No
cap.
cap.
Because I heard somebody else say it.
no
Yarmulke.
shoes, no service.
Yeah.
But it fit perfect.
It did.
So you have to ask, did Ben write this? Or did Tom write
So
Tom wrote this.
I don't know because
this? So he had
No,
so Shapiro has addressed it. I just can't tell if it was satire or what he said. He said that his job was just to read lyrics. And he says the version I sent to Tom got shut down. So whether he's being honest
maybe.
or not, I don't know.
know.
He said my lyrics were much harder than this, he said.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Tom obviously watches Ben Shapiro, so he probably caught. Yeah.
Well, and then
yeah.
Tom came on the Shapiro show several months ago.
Yeah.
And they teased the idea of doing a video like this.
That's fantastic.
Oh my
It's just
gosh.
fantastic.
Okay, you got to do it again.
All of Shapiro again?
Yeah, I was in total shock the entire time.
Oh, okay.
Like, what is he doing?
I'm sorry. Sorry, folks.
What would Ben do?
What would Ben do?
Pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect. Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a whack. Dog, it's a yarmulke, homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my charts. You're blowing.
Did you tell me to stop?
My pockets are. What do you say?
Fat.
Like Lizzo, my pockets
yeah,
are
like
fat.
Lizzo,
Yeah.
my pockets are fat. Yeah. That like. Oh my gosh. He just. half the YouTube community is now offended.
So he calls
by
out
that
he
one-
calls out Nicki Minaj again here in just a
Yeah,
second because he
yeah.
says, "I just did this for fun," and then obviously
He got her.
they get more views.
That was Nicki Minaj, right?
But he also says he calls out Nicki by name here again too.
Oh, he does.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
You missed it. All right, we'll watch it 12
I probably
times.
heard it, but
We'll watch it 12 times.
Okay.
might as well.
The stats, I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic, don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke, homie, no cap. Look at the graphs, look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You go into prison, I'm on television. Dog, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. And I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nikki, take some notes. I just
Nikki.
did this for fun. All my people, download this. Let's get a Billboard #1.
This ain't rap.
Yeah.
Because when he said the Nicki thing, a lot of the, I don't know, less informed reactors were trying to figure out if he was talking about Nikki Haley.
Wow. What? Come on, guys.
Yeah, because Shapiro's got a video that came out yesterday, I think. He's reacting to the people that reacted to his.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that,
And-
which is funny.
Yeah, because some of those people was like, "Is this Nikki Haley?" And he's like, "No, if I was talking about being popular, I wouldn't talk about Nikki Haley."
He's like opposite, quite the opposite of that. Oh.
So is this going on your playlist?
Yeah.
Is this the only rap song on your playlist?
Oh no.
Okay.
I've got Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5.
Oh, okay.
Old school.
Modern rap. The only
Space
modern hip
Cowboy.
hop. Only modern hip hop on your playlist then.
It's good.
Okay.
Ready to go on?
Yeah,
Go, yeah.
I think we're all just kind of in shock.
We ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you.
He just looks so weird down a place. I can't help it.
Riot in the streets, you defunded the police. Now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would Ben do? Let's just keep it real, man.
I'll ask myself what would Ben do.
If you want my pronouns, I'm the man.
What did you say there?
I'll ask myself what would Ben do.
He did look. He does look out of. So when I first saw this, like, it's no secret. I already watched this. You've already watched this. When I first saw him, so Tom McDonald came out the day before and said everybody's been asking who's on my next rap track. He goes, let's just call him. He did a little short, and he calls, and the screen pops up, and Ben Shapiro picks up, and then the internet freaked out because apparently Ben was going to be in one of his videos.
Well, it's great because Shapiro fully embraces the Jewish white boy thing,
Yeah.
and it's just like he's not trying to be somebody else. It's like who he is.
And the funny part is, I believe at one point in time that Ben actually said rap is not music.
Right.
Like, so a lot of the rap reactors weren't too kind to him at first because they're like, he hates rap music. Why is he doing rap songs?
Yeah.
But
After
they watched it,
because he just did this for fun.
Yeah, after they watched it, they're like, okay, that's funny. Like,
Well,
that's
it's
good.
just like I saw him standing there in his hoodie, right? And in the first scene, he's just kind of bobbing around. He's actually lyrically not keeping up with the rhythm either.
Yeah.
He's kind of just mumbling along, and I thought he's just going to stand there.
Yeah.
He's just going to be, a cameo.
Yeah, just in the video.
Yeah,
he was
just
not.
waving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he starts rapping. It caught a lot of people by surprise.
It caught me by surprise because I didn't know he was. I thought he would just be adding stuff to it. I didn't know he was
Yeah.
going to have a
No,
full.
he had a full verse.
Holy cow!
Yeah. Which
Does
is
he do any
amazing.
more?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Respect you. You mad, you mad, you mad. I guess it's cool to be the victim. Well, I'ma be the man. You sad, you sad, you sad. You just try to get attention, being triggered's all you have. You mad, you mad, you mad. You blame everybody else for every problem that you can. You sad.
Ooh, auto-tune.
You sad. I will never say I'm sorry, I ain't taking nothing back. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you.
Look at that face.
Crying, you can scream, you can riot in the streets. You defunded the police, now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would Ben do? Let's just keep it real, facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the
Great video.
It is good. Let me find.
I
a
don't
decent
know if
place
it's
to-
better than Fake Woke,
Fake Woke was really good.
but
I don't know.
it's
Where should
number,
we-
Hold on.
It's at least number
Hold
2.
on. Now remember, boys, Tom McDonald is the greatest
Right, we can't say-
musician
we can't say
slash
anything-
Christian slash
We can't say
as
anything
close
bad
to
about Tom
Jesus as
McDonald.
we can get.
Right. We said
So-
one negative thing one time about Tom
So
McDonald.
Tom McDonald's the greatest ever.
Yeah. And all the
And he's a super Christian.
Yeah.
That's right.
all the
That's right.
atheists came after us, and all the super Christians came after us, and we got called
Because we didn't get Superman.
we got called virgins and stuff.
We
like
did
that.
not see Superman as Jesus.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but it's our fault. Our fault.
And then we had a whole thing on. We were judging. It's like I don't like the video.
it's like it just
I'm
wasn't
surprised
our
the judgy crowd didn't come out for our Alan Richardson video, but they didn't
for what?
for the Reacher video.
Oh,
Oh yeah. They're just waiting.
yeah.
Go watch it.
Mouth. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
waiting now. It was good.
I love it when the atheists chime in.
I was super surprised from
think
my
atheists-
original viewing that Ben was actually rapping. But
Would it be safe to say like atheists are the first Karens?
The first Karens.
Yeah.
could be.
Could
I
be.
think
very
so.
well
I
be.
think they are like the, yeah, they were the forerunners of the Karens. So that's it. I have a whole thing I want to say, but I'm not going to do it in this
You're
video.
not going to talk about Karens or atheists?
No, because we just want to watch the video. Video's great. It's fine.
It was good. Like I said, I like White Boys. That's like one of my favorites.
Ooh, is that the one with the
Dax. I love Dax though. So that's the one where Dax and Adam Calhoun
Yeah.
and him were all in it.
It was called White Boys?
I think it was called.
Oh, it's
White
actually
Boys.
called a White Boy Blank.
The one with the fake airplanes was good
White
too.
people.
Maybe that it was something.
Yeah.
But they talked about White Boys, and when Dax got on, he talked about Black
Yeah.
Boys. So
All right, so rank the Tom McDonald videos. Give me your top 3 then.
oh,
and we'll call it
God.
quits.
I can't remember the names of them. I don't listen to rap.
Well, this one's got to be in there, right? Top 3.
I think Fake Woke's still number 1.
It's a great video.
This is like 1A. And then I think the one with the fake airplanes with Adam Calhoun.
Fake
Okay, yeah,
airplanes.
that was
Ooh,
good.
we got in trouble for that too.
Yeah.
We didn't get in trouble. We were
Those
right.
were real.
Yeah, we were right. Yeah, we were right. They're fake.
Yeah.
Get over it,
And
people.
everybody's like, oh, they're real. It's like, dude.
Mine's the one with the 3. That's probably my top.
White
I
people.
like this one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember the name of it, but it's a video of him in the mansion, and he's all dressed in pink, and he's talking about unicorns.
I don't know if I remember.
I
that one.
love that one. I don't know why I do, but
What was the one where his girlfriend rapped?
there's been a couple.
She was really good in that one.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
been
that
a
wasn't
couple.
bad.
No. Yeah, but Fake Woke's still number 1.
Fake Woke's number
Fake
1.
Woke was
huh?
a great song. Yeah.
Let's
Can you
let's
see it
short
by,
his videos
Can you see it by
by
popularity?
popular.
Yeah.
Bad News is number 1.
Bad News was not bad.
She's rapping in that one.
I like.
Fake Woke's number 2.
Fake Woke number 2.
People
right.
So Stupid was good back in the day.
Yeah, keep going. I'll show you the one. Maybe I'll show you the one. Clown World. I like Clown World.
It was okay.
Politically correct.
White Boy was okay. The System was good. I like The System.
Yeah.
In God We Trust, we reviewed that one last year.
Canceled.
I don't remember Canceled.
Canceled was good.
Dear Slim.
Yep.
Remember
Dear
that?
Slim. Yeah.
Remember what he did there?
Yep.
Went off on Eminem.
No, he
No, he-
bought what was it called back then when that was a big deal? You could buy digital rights to hooks. I can't remember what it's called. So he paid for like the soundtrack that Eminem produced and then used it in his video and called it produced by Eminem.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't even see my unicorn song on there.
Yeah.
It's on there, but it was one of my favorites.
American Flags.
That
is
American
the one
Flags
you
is
guys
the one you
yeah.
liked. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one called Coronavirus. I've never. You notice I've not watched it. Huh.
Holy cow.
Oh.
White Boys, Ghost.
I don't think this is even going to be on there.
Which one did she? Oh, she rapped in the one with when they were hotboxing in the Honda,
Yeah.
Yeah.
didn't she? I don't even remember what that
Yeah.
was called.
Well, that's very
See, we
sad.
reviewed Snowflakes. You know,
Yeah.
I thought that
Snowflakes
was
was
a good.
good. Yeah. I'm very sad. I don't even see my unicorn one didn't even make the top. Church.
Yep, we did Church.
We did that
a couple
one.
years ago.
I did not care for that one. And
End of the
people can
World.
say whatever they
That's the
want.
Superman one.
End of the World
Superman
was
Jesus.
No, End of the World was the dude with the cow. The
Oh, that
cowboy
was
dude.
a.
Rich.
Oh, that's a fantastic song.
That's the one Lee said he liked. The one with the fake
Superman
planes.
one. It was the greatest song ever.
There's
That's the one I
there's
like.
No,
it's called Buttholes with a Unicorn.
Yes, Buttholes is a great song. That's one of my top Tom McDonald songs. Buttholes, I love it. He's in it. He's dancing around with a unicorn. It's great stuff. I'm telling you.
Huh. I don't even see that one. I don't remember what the one was called.
Which
when they
one?
Were, oh, there it is. Chrome.
It's
One of his less performing videos.
It's one of his less performing videos at 3.3 million views. That's so sad.
Wow.
What's the top have?
The top?
Yeah, his top song has what?
42.
42 million.
Fake Woke's there at number 2, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody. I mean, 4 years ago, this is
one
when
was
Tom
good,
McDonald's
too.
first coming on the scene. He's different. He's
Mm-hmm.
conservative. I think that was, this one is 3 years ago, but almost as popular. I think there was a novelty with him 4 years ago. Now, I think Fake Woke is probably number one if you ask most people.
You need to listen to this one, or maybe
Yeah,
we'll just do
People
it.
So
This is
Stupid.
a cool one too. This is the
Yeah.
same era,
Yep.
3
People
years
so
ago.
stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was good too.
I have not heard that one.
All right, so I think it falls in top 3 Tom McDonald videos.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't like this one?
I like it. I just don't know if I put it in the top 3. Like,
well, it was a one hit. It's a one hit wonder because
to me, it's not.
Shapiro's
something-
retired now.
That's the thing. To me, it's not something I'm going to listen to in like my car. Like Ben Shapiro coming on and rapping is not my. cup
I
of
did.
tea.
I did play
It's
in my car.
funny. It's good. It was cool. I just not something I'm going to like rewind and just. Play
We just
over
watched
and
it
over.
12 times. You don't need to rewind it
because
again.
we had to understand he was talking so slow. It was hard for me to pick
Right.
up what he was saying because I'm so used to him.
All right,
But yeah, it was good.
Lee singing along to a rap song is
I know
is formidable.
That must
Yeah.
mean thumbs up is what that means.
I can't think of any. Let's see. Is there any rap song I like?
You didn't like any of the NF stuff we went through the last year? Not even happy
who?
or yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
NF.
Like
Oh,
Tupac,
I can't-
Biggie. Come on now.
I don't like-
let's
I don't
go
like
back to the
NF.
90s.
Tupac from the 90s.
Oh, Tupac.
No way.
Great. Biggie.
Gosh.
California
The
Love.
only rap song I like that is on my playlist
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
is "Nocturnal Is in the House" by PM Dawn.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh man, like you're missing out on so many.
Oh, you got to play that. That is an awesome song.
It's like all 4 people on YouTube have seen.
Look it up. Look it up. We're not doing nothing. Look it up.
Say,
Nocturnal
We have
is
an
in the
agenda.
house. I bet you it has.
what'd you call it?
Nocturnal is in the house.
Do you think it's got more than Tupac or Biggie?
No. There it is. Let's see. No, of course not.
23,000 views.
23,000 views in 11 years.
Yeah, that's great.
That's not a video. That's just somebody throwing it
You
up
know,
there.
They didn't have a video back then.
That's just a song. Yeah.
I don't know who did it.
PM Dawn, man. PM Dawn, the
I've
best
never even heard
band
of 'em.
of the 90s. You ever heard of PM Dawn?
I may
It's
have heard
definitely
their
not
song,
the best band of
but
the 90s.
Oh, you know, is it my turn to wish you were lying here? You know this song.
No.
I Die Without You?
Oh my gosh,
We
this
must
is
have been
their
listening-
official channel.
we were listening
Official PM Dawn, 26K views.
to. Yeah. Now, just for reference, go to
Play a little bit of it. Just play a little bit.
California Love by Tupac.
Play a little bit of it and see if you like it, okay?
This is it.
It gets to it.
Oh, I like the bass.
Come on.
This sounds like early 90s.
Tim's live right now.
Yeah, he is. Who's on a show today?
It gets to it.
It sounds like 90s
It
hip
sounds
hop.
exactly like all generic 90s rap.
I mean, Fresh Prince sounded like this.
Check it out. Slip it on the AM. Remember that dial like a bat.
Nah.
Like BSD, I make it filthy, nasty as LSD. I make it
Nah.
insane.
Here you go.
I don't want to hear
I can
that.
see- I can
don't
see
want to hear
that.
none of that drug stuff.
Yeah, no. It's California Love. Possibly the
Oh,
great,
here.
one of the greatest rap
Well,
songs
yeah,
of all
everybody
time.
knows
Here, we'll
Everybody's
just
heard
listen to
that
this
one.
and it won't be about
Oh.
drugs. It won't be about drugs then.
Yeah, it's going to have 10 billion hits.
Oh, yeah.
Mama.
How about 430 million?
Oh. Believe it or not, I was not a big Tupac fan.
Oh, I was.
I was Biggie. I was a Biggie fan all the way. I mean, Tupac was good.
Uh-oh. We got comments to deal with over here.
Uh-oh.
An NFT is what Tom McDonald bought. I don't remember what an NFT stands for, but he bought the rights to a piece of music.
Oh.
And
See,
then
I don't like either. I don't like that
oh,
stuff.
my gosh. that
California
hurts a
Love?
little.
I'd
That
rather
hurts a
have
little.
my butt hairs pulled out with a chainsaw than listen to this
That's
crap.
sad.
That hurts a little. He also
does.
says Lee must love Sugar Hill Gang rappers. to
Yes!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
If you put it up there, I could do all the lyrics to it.
love. Oh, my
Please
gosh.
don't.
Rappers Delight's the best one,
Please
man.
don't.
We have an agenda. Let's stick to it.
Yeah. No.
We'll put that on next week.
We're not going to do. Yeah, we'll put that on the. We can do our favorite rap songs next week. How about
Oh.
We ain't doing nothing now. We can do it right now.
favorite rap
We got
song?
three more to get to.
Yeah,
We
I got
got-
a whole week to think about it. I got them right here, man.
I need a week.
I hope
Rappers
my
Delight.
favorite of all time. I have to think
The
about
hippie
that.
do the hippie the hip hip a hopping.
That-
don't
oh
stop,
my
a
gosh,
rockin'.
that's
Oh
so
my gosh, that
gimmicky.
makes me want to.
Jump
That
the
makes me
boogie.
think of that. What's that song with the I'm Humpty? Rhymes
The
with
Humpty
Humpty.
Dance.
Yeah, see, that's what that reminds me of. Like, that's just goofy.
Nah.
Hump. Do the Humpty Hump. That's a great song,
Humpty
man.
Hump. It is a
Nah.
good song. but
It's
It's a
not.
hilarious
It's a
song.
goofy
It is
song.
absolutely hilarious.
When
It's a
you
great
have
song.
great lyricists, even though I don't support him anymore, somebody like Eminem, the Humpty Hump just doesn't cut it.
It's just not quite there.
It was a lot more, but it was a lot more fun and a lot more innocent back then, and it wasn't. It didn't make you depressed listening to it. It was fun.
Well, the whole 90s was, though. Well, early 90s.
Yeah,
Mid 90s started getting, grunge started making people
it started
depressed.
getting dark.
Yeah.
And
Well, then they start shooting each other. Well, I still think Tupac and Biggie, I think there was something else going on, but
you know,
I also don't believe we landed on the moon, so
Biggie's still alive, isn't he?
maybe.
And he's supposed to have a out of retirement album coming.
I kind of wish he would. That'd be cool. It's AI, but, I mean, that's the thing. Now they can just have AI. AI did a mashup of some, like, Britney Spears song, but put, like, Linkin Park and Metallica and all these guys singing, and it's phenomenal.
Because
AI can just, oh, you want this song done by these people? Okay. It just does
I
it.
liked NWO Straight Outta Compton. I like that song.
Oh, yeah.
because we're listening to this old stuff, YouTube thinks we want to listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony.
No,
One of the greatest rap bands of all time.
no.
If that's what you want to call
Crossroads.
them. The group. Oh, yes. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's my jam there. That's
Nope.
good stuff.
All right, so thinking of greatest of all time, or maybe
Sounds like
one
Cracker Barrel.
one of the greatest of all time, would you consider Toby Keith one of those?
For country, yeah.
Oh,
I would.
nice segue,
I
Jr.
Got to move along somehow.
I would. So
Me
Toby Keith was kind of, to me, he was, I wouldn't say the parody guy, but he was like the funnier guy of country
I
music.
don't like country music, but I like Toby Keith.
He could be funny, but then he could turn on the switch
right.
and do serious
I
stuff.
take it back. I do like. I got a lot of country songs I like.
Yeah.
I just don't like country music as a genre.
I like 90s country. I like 80s
Country,
No.
you like country, not what they're doing today.
Yes, I like 80s and 90s country. Early 2000s was okay.
I grew up
That's
That's
with
your
country.
Kenny Chesney,
so
Keith Urban days.
I despise the. Yeah, I can't do that.
You just said early 2000s. That was them.
No, I still can't do them. No, but now like
She thinks my tractor's sexy. That's a great song.
it is Garth Brooks, all those guys. Vince
Never into
Gill.
Garth Brooks.
I never really cared for Garth Brooks, but his music was great.
I like Brad Paisley. I think he's funny.
Garth Brooks has been in the news again
For what?
because he tried to.
Make an alternate personality again?
No, he tried to get that bearded guy that we reviewed a couple times.
Oh yeah, the dude.
Tried to get him to come on tour, and he turned him down.
Well, yeah.
Really?
Said he's not a good guy.
Says Garth Brooks is not a good guy.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Oh,
I 100%
really?
believe it.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, I would
anybody
believe that.
that's super popular probably is good. But
Well,
He had an alternate personality.
Well, he supported Biden.
oh, do you not remember when Garth Brooks came out with that alternate ego and made an album?
Yeah.
He had the long
can't remember what he
emo
called himself.
hair.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Dude, Long
Chat,
Duck, Long
help
Duck
us out,
Dong?
chat. What was his name?
Yeah, I'm talking about Oliver Anthony. That's right.
I can't
This guy
think of
knows all
the,
the
I
answers.
can't think of the dude's name. But he
Country is trash, he says. 90s and 2000s was great.
I totally agree. Well, who was it? Chris Gaines. That was his name. He
Oh,
came
yeah.
out,
Chris Gaines.
he
I
came
do
out as
remember
Chris
that.
Gaines. It was emo.
Came out like he's.
Yeah,
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 look
it
at
was
him.
emo with Garth Brooks.
Oh my gosh, that's like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3.
It is. It is.
Look at him.
That was fantastic. Yeah.
I remember it. Yeah.
Yep. I told my wife about that, and she didn't believe me. I don't think she believes me to this day. She's like, no, he didn't. 'Cause she loves Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
I was like, do you remember Chris Gaines? And she's like, who? And I'm like, yeah, exactly.
The question is, who's
Chip and
fake?
Joanna?
Who? Yeah.
Who's fake?
I think that's his real personality.
I think Garth Brooks is fake.
the fake personality.
You think so?
Yep.
100%.
Yep. He's emo at heart.
Just like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift used to be in country music. Everybody forgets that.
That's true. She did, didn't
Is
she?
she not singing country now?
No.
Oh, I don't even know what.
No. She sings about all the bad choices she makes in men, and then she votes for Biden.
It's true.
Now she's running for
True story.
VP, isn't she?
Is she?
Oh my
So
god.
they
I hope
keep
she
talking
runs.
about
I hope
it.
she endorses Biden.
She did. She did endorse Biden last
Yeah,
week.
she didn't. Yeah, she did officially take.
I mean, are there really people out there who are like, you know what, Taylor Swift's voting for Biden?
100%.
Really?
There are
Yes.
there are lots of rumors surrounding now that she's running.
God help our country. She's running for
Exactly.
president.
VP.
She'll find out how popular she is.
She's running
when
for
runs
VP.
I almost hope she does just so we can get this over with.
So
you
we
know what I
get
mean?
this-
Just so we can go down, send troops down to the border.
We
to
need a
stop
civil
Texas.
war
Let's just get it
really
over with
bad.
now, and we'll have our country back.
I'll tell you what.
Let's just split this country. Let's just go ahead and do it. It's big enough.
Yeah.
Tim Pool made a really interesting statement about her, and it's that when Tim Pool or Tom McDonald come out and they make a video, they tell people to go and download it because that's where they make their money.
Mm-hmm.
You'd never hear mainstream artists say, "Go download my music." Never.
Because George Soros is buying all of it.
No, because they would it would reflect as them failing. Because if she's got 100 million followers on Instagram and only 1 million of them go and buy her song for $1, what's that make her look like?
That's true.
And Tim Pool's stance was the followers are fake. The popularity is fake.
Oh, I have no doubt about that.
I can
Yep.
see that. I can 100% see
Because the only
that.
thing, seriously, folks, the only thing Google has to do is just sit there and go,
Yeah.
This one has 43 million views. And this one, it actually got 43 million views, like maybe a Tom McDonald video. They're like, this has 1 million views.
Mhm.
And they don't
that's how
have
they
to,
do.
they don't have to be that mischievous about it. They just decide which video gets pushed into the
Yeah,
algorithm.
but they don't even have
But
to
they
change
drive
the numbers.
perception that they
Yeah.
can do that.
yeah.
Yeah. They don't even have to change the numbers. They're just like, oh, by the way, you're not going to see it.
And all of a sudden, you're just like, well, everybody
it's
thinks
just
this is
like-
popular.
It's just like when Timcast comes on. Timcast is one of the most popular live shows streaming, especially on a Tuesday night or Monday night or when he does it 5 days a week.
Right.
But he's the most popular. I have not one time, and I follow him. I've not one time logged onto my YouTube and him been top of my list. Not one single time.
Yeah, so that's 100% true because it turns out I was following one of his channels, and I know he has 3 now, and he is never in my feed. So this week, I actually texted Mike. I said, what are the names of all his channels? I went and make sure I followed every one of them, even his little shorts channels, his little snippets channels, all this, and they're still not popping
He shows
today.
up on my YouTube. It's all Tim Pool
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. But his live stuff will never populate on my feed. I'll have to search for it.
Really?
Yep. I don't know why. And he said that there's many people chatting in his chat rooms complaining about it. So
He said his song, as Chris Gaines, was his first top 40 hit. I don't know if it's true. but-
what? What?
He's really Chris
That's
Gaines.
Chris?
He's
Yeah,
Garth
he's
Brooks
really
is
Chris
fake.
Gaines. It was kind of like I can't remember the band. The song off Armageddon.
Top 40 is pop music, so it would have to be Chris
Def
Gaines.
Leppard?
No,
They did Armageddon. It.
It's Tyler, Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler's band. Who was
Aerosmith.
that?
Aerosmith, yeah.
Aerosmith didn't get a #1 song
Until the movie.
The movie. Armageddon.
Well, the top
Yep.
40 is
That
a
was
pop
their
chart.
first #1
Oh,
hit.
their old album's fantastic.
Yeah,
Toys in the Attic. Oh gosh,
Oh,
what
yeah.
a song.
good band.
And then they Love in the Elevator. All that crap came out.
Love in an elevator.
Gosh, that was horrible. Aerosmith was the band back in the 70s, 80s.
They all sound the same, though.
Uh,
All the songs sound the same.
they do now.
Yeah.
But you know, back in the saddle again, oh my gosh, Toys. Now I'm thinking that I got it in
Now
my
he's
head
gonna
now.
go home and listen to it. He's gonna listen to it on the way home.
Toys.
All right. So which one are we doing here?
Oh,
Well, we wanted to do a
that's-
tribute here.
Toby Keith passed away today. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, sad. He
like
he
I said, I
bat-
didn't like country, but I like Toby Keith.
He was battling stomach cancer, wasn't he, for
Yeah.
like 5 years? or
Yeah, I
something
watched
like
a
that?
video today after I found out, and he did not.
No,
Like he lost like all of his weight.
And he's a big dude.
He's not. He
Well,
wasn't
he
today.
was.
Yeah.
Like he's like 6'4", like
Yeah.
probably north of 250.
Yeah.
Back when he was.
So this is
Okay.
kind of sad because I did like him.
So this
Yeah.
is what YouTube sees as his #1 video.
Which is funny because I vividly remember not too long after 9/11 when he came out with, I can't remember the name of the song, but the one where he's like, "We're gonna come put a boot
Courtesy
in
of the
your,
USA.
yeah, we're gonna come put a boot in your rear end."
Yep.
Song, yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Hmm.
So he's got. It's funny because if you go back and look at all of his songs, there's a lot of songs he did that you're like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." Oh
Mhm.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Mhm.
So I mean, he had a lot of popular music.
Red Solo Cup.
I fill you up.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, this is probably one
Everybody
of my
knows Red
favorites.
Solo Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't drink, you know
It was
Red
actually,
Solo Cup.
as far as multimedia is concerned, it was not very popular. I was looking through the charts
This is
today.
one of my favorites because I can start to relate to it a little bit now.
But everybody knows Red Solo Cup.
I don't know if I remember all
Like
of
as
this
the
song.
older I get, the more I can relate to
I
the
haven't seen
song.
this in a long time, so it's going to be interesting.
Like yeah, it's
I mean, I remember the song, but I don't remember any of the lyrics for sure.
really? Oh, you'll relate to him a little bit. You're gonna be like, yeah, I feel that.
I remember him taking on the Dixie Chickens.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, remember that
Dixie
whole
Chicks.
Oh, that whole fiasco.
Even though they were right about George Bush, but still,
They
we're
changed,
not talking about that.
at the
We're
time,
not. Yeah.
They changed their name too, I think, when they were.
They're just
when
a
they
They're
Chicks
just
now.
chicks now. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
just-
They couldn't have Dixie in their name anymore because
yeah,
it's
Tennessee
racist.
disowned them.
pretty sure they're just going to be the C's.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's careful.
Mhm.
Treading on thin
We
ice.
know what that stands for. All right.
Here we go.
That's a shirt.
Yeah, he looks nothing like that today.
This is a long time ago, though. This is in his younger days.
She said, I seen you in here before. I said, I've been here a time or two. She said, hello, my name is Bobby Joe. Meet my twin sister, Betty Lou. And we're both feeling kind of wild tonight. You're the only cowboy in this place. And if you're up for a rodeo, I'll put a big Texas smile on your face. I said, girls, I ain't as good as I once was. I got a few years on me now. But there was a time back in my prime when I could really lay it down. And if you need some love tonight,
I've never seen the video
then
of
I
this.
might have just enough. I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was.
So even though I think I remember the song, I've definitely never seen the
I've
video.
never seen the
Yeah.
video. No.
Oh my gosh.
I was wondering if that's yeah. He had beer goggles on. Apparently, he has some beer goggles on.
Well, I mean, she
Beer
looked
gardens are
okay
very
from
powerful.
that one side.
That's
That's
true.
what it was. She was sitting in the bar
That's
there.
true,
Yeah, that's true.
Huh.
Yeah, like I said, it just And the older you get, you're like, yeah, not as good as like you used to be. Not as, I go to bend over to pick up a cup now, and
Or you climb out of bed and you apparently slept on your knee wrong.
oh my gosh, what's up with that? Like I go to bed and I'm fine. I wake up and I'm like, why do I hurt?
My wife's like, why do you grunt so much all the time? It's just like, this is what we do, man.
Yeah, you get out, you roll out of bed going, ugh.
I know.
Every time you sit down, ugh.
Every time you get up, it's like,
I'd probably be better off playing a sport than sleeping these days. I get hurt worse when I'm
Yeah.
sleeping.
I told my wife asked me, she goes, why do you grunt when you get up? And I said, because if I don't let it out here, it's going to come out somewhere else.
that's right.
So if I,
Absolutely
you
right.
know, I'm just saying,
Yep.
you got to let that movement of air inside come out.
Well, my wife's getting to the point now where she's like, you know, when she gets up, it's like,
Yeah, hear the knees popping and cracking, and it's just part of
oh,
it.
I go upstairs from down the basement, it sounds like a drum solo.
Popping and cracking.
It's like, oh, cow, man.
Yeah, it's just part of it. Yeah, I've never seen the video. This is interesting.
Yeah.
I'd like to know where this turns out.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I still hang out with my best friend Dave. I've known him since we were kids at school. Last night he had a few shots, got in a tight spot, hustling a game of pool with a couple of redneck boys, one great big fat biker man. I heard David yell across the room, "Hey buddy, how about a helping hand?" I said, "Dave, I ain't as good as I once was. My, how the years have flown. But there was a time back in my prime when I could really hold
Bring the
my
crack kicked out of it.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Somebody dies.
But if you want to fight tonight, guess those boys don't look all that tough. I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. I used to be hell on week.
Oh, Toby.
Obligatory 2-minute pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You'll
have to
be
do that
missed,
because of
bud.
copyright.
You know, I see people now that they put their watermark over the video as they're reacting to it.
Really?
Yeah, it looks stupid. Maybe they get away without copyright
Well,
with
let's
that.
put our watermark over it then.
We don't have a
Well,
watermark.
maybe we need one.
I mean, seriously, the number of people we have watch our videos, it's just ridiculous that they're just like, oh my gosh, well, they're using this without our consent here.
who
and
cares?
They're making millions of dollars off of us. It's
You've
like,
already got
It's like
10 billion views
especially
on
when we do a Tom McDonald video. He doesn't have some company scouring the internet.
you're right. He don't
He
care.
did that, or Nova did that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
it.
because he
We're
doesn't
so-
have a record
we're
label
so
going.
popular.
Yeah,
They know.
because
They
our
watch
Tom
us.
McDonald videos get flagged too.
Yeah, they watch us.
Are you serious?
I don't know. Well, I guess. I don't know.
I think if you're not making any money off
I
of
hope
it,
he didn't watch the Superman video because he'll be sadly disappointed in us at that point.
I mean, if you're not making any money off of it, I wouldn't care. I mean, if we do something stupid
Here's
on
my
here,
thing, it's
like if
like-
I spontaneously combust or something, you want to put it on video, I think it's funny.
Yeah, like who cares? Like that's the whole goal, is it not? To get more views? Like
Well, the whole goal is free speech.
not on this.
And when people
Not on YouTube, it's not.
Well, when people get on there and they talk about free speech and we watch a video and then they get mad at us because we're doing that, most of the time we're just doing it to get shameless clicks. You know,
It is true.
that's true. I mean, seriously, we're view whores.
Yeah,
I mean,
just,
that's
just please
true.
click the like button.
Oh, that's too soon for that. He said, "I don't think Toby Keith cares right now
Oh,
About what?
about whether we're
gosh.
using his video or
Oh,
not."
wow! I like your sense of humor.
He would fit in. He would fit in really well with us.
Ouch. So was this a good country era then?
Yes.
This was like what?
Was this a party song or was this a good country song?
No, this is more of a party song.
It was.
I
Yeah.
don't think it was like it didn't have the whole Alabama feel to it.
Yeah.
But
Hardy's fantastic. I do.
Hardy
Is
is
that
good,
country?
Good new country.
Is that no? You called it new country.
It's not really.
Yeah.
not
Hardy's is not
country.
as good as he used to be,
He's not as good as he
No.
once was.
He's not as good as he once was. Oh snap!
but he's. I like his older stuff when he
So-
first started out.
So funny.
Rednecker's one of the best.
Some of the
country songs
people
all
I
time.
work with went to a concert last night in the Ford Center in Evansville. They had Falling in Reverse, which I would have liked to see. Falling
I
in
told you
Reverse
about
live.
this concert weeks ago.
I know. I forgot. You know how I am.
I bet that was good.
And Disturbed.
Yeah.
You know how long Disturbed has been around for? I
Yeah.
saw Disturbed 24 years ago in concert.
They're still good.
And there are 20-year-olds going to watch Disturbed now. And I'm like, that's
Well, they're going to watch
staying
Falling in
power.
Reverse.
Yeah.
I don't know because a lot of them, Disturbed was the headliner.
Was the show good?
Yeah, he said it was excellent. He said Falling in Reverse stole the show, obviously, because they're a lot younger and probably have more energy.
Yeah.
But he said Disturbed was really good, too.
Yeah, the YouTube didn't like our thoughts on that either.
On what? Falling in Reverse?
Yeah. We did one of those.
I don't remember our thoughts on it.
Yeah.
It was a good song.
Apparently, they were wrong thoughts,
Oh, well, suck it.
even though it's our reaction to it.
True.
So this was good country. Would you say the same?
Yeah, I like this song.
Yeah, this is good.
I do.
country.
There, like I said,
Yeah,
there-
I mean,
I'm
And this
not a
might
fan
have been 2000.
I'm not a fan of country music, but there's some country songs I really like, and this is one of them. And like I said, I like him, but I really didn't know about him until his fight with the Dixie Chickens, and so that's when
I didn't know he was sick until today. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'd heard it several years back. 'Cause that's why he kind of dropped out of the scene.
Yeah.
I think he
It did,
he starred in a Hardy video, if I'm not mistaken. No, that wasn't him. That was what's his face? Never mind. I get him confused all the time. Trace Adkins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Same thing.
I get him and Trace Adkins confused sometime, but yeah, Toby Keith was good. He had good music. He was one of the few country. I would consider him country artist of that.
Right,
era.
right. Because I mean, we was driving down the road a few weeks ago, and one of my kids was like, "Why don't you listen to any country?" And I said, "Well, today's country is not country."
It's not, yeah, it's not country.
And it's like this particular child had some current.
Oh, you
art-
wouldn't like Lakeview. Lakeview is one of my favorite country bands. You wouldn't like them.
Well, he was like, "Well, why don't you listen to so and so and so and so?" And I was like, "That's not country."
Lakeview is what's so funny about Lakeview is that you hear that and you're like, Lakeview, that's got to be a very calming band, and they're as close to country metal as you can possibly be. It's a great song. We need to play "Son of a Bee" on here. That's a really good song.
So, see, you heard, like, you said you didn't like Keith Urban.
A lot of the new country artists, I just don't.
It's
care
not new. It's 20 years ago.
Once again, I consider new country like 2000s era
See, I actually really like Keith Urban.
on.
One of the greatest guitarists that you're going to see on screen. He's really, really
Keith
good.
Urban fan. I wasn't any of those guys. I didn't really care for him.
Paisley's an amazing guitarist,
Paisley,
too.
he's
Paisley's good.
good. I just don't. He has a couple songs that are catchy, but once
Oh
again,
yeah,
nothing like
but Me Neither is really good.
Airplanes. I'm just sitting around here.
No,
who did that one?
I'm gonna miss her. It's one of the best songs of all time.
I was out of country by that point, I guess. I was a 90s country kid. I like 90s country. Reba McEntire and
But I actually just got into country here recently, so I had to go back and see what was out there. Chris Jansen's really good. I like him. That guy that you told me about, I'd rather drink a hot beer.
oh,
It's got all the answers.
yeah, he kind of died off though.
Airplanes was Gary Allen. I remember Gary Allen.
Who is Gary? The dude that said, "I'm just sitting around here
gosh,
watching airplanes." He's throwing stuff now. He's getting mad.
What'd you drop?
Jimmy Allen. It's not Jimmy Allen, not Gary Allen.
Is it?
I don't know.
I know who Gary Allen is.
I thought it was whatever his
The
face
Highway
is.
is a great song, and that's Jimmy Allen.
What is?
Is it Jimmy Allen or Gary Allen?
I don't know.
No, it's Jimmy Allen.
Toby Keith was
Who's
in a
Gary
Rodney
Allen?
Carrington video.
Okay, I have no idea.
What does the dude have, a Wikipedia in front of him? What's he doing?
He's got Google.
got
We
Google?
don't have Google right
Yeah.
now.
All right, let's finish this up.
Oh,
Used to be hell on wheels back when I was a younger man. Now my body says that you can't do this, boy. But
This
my
is Mike's
pride
brain.
says, oh, yes, you can.
it is true. I'm in that phase currently, where my body says no, but my mind says you can do it.
I ain't as good as I
Oh.
once was. That's just the cold, hard truth. I still throw a few back, talk a little smack when I'm feeling bulletproof. So don't double dog dare me now,
That's Mike.
'cause I'd have to call your bluff.
Yep.
I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was.
Oh,
May not be good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was.
Great song.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Great song.
We'll leave it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how he feels. So
Yeah. I know about that every time your boys come around.
Yeah, exactly. You know how many times your wife has said that don't tell him to do something or don't dare him to do something because
they
do
don't
it.
all do it.
And you went,
Because I'm not old.
come
yet.
back all bruised
know.
and your hip out of
Gosh,
place.
when I wrestled your boys in the lake that time, I swear they broke every single bone in my body.
Hey, I'm just curious. Look up Lakeview. You can cut this out. I mean, no one cares.
Lakeview.
You should finish this first. Finish talking about him.
We're
and then-
through.
I'll
I'm
finish-
sorry he's gone. I really am.
that sounds very inconsiderate.
That was very inconsiderate. You are going to get
You
toasted.
gotta at least sum up this
Lakeview.
segment.
sorry, he's gone.
Son of
What?
Lakeview, son. Yeah, son of
Son
a.
of a. Son of a gun.
Yeah, this is new. This is new country.
459,000.
It's not bad, right?
Why is it square? That's not country.
I gotta agree.
Listen, wait till the chorus.
Over her shoulder, some things don't get old for a son of a witch. Parking lot away, me and the back.
I mean, I like it.
It's fine. It's catchy, but it's not country.
This is
No.
just-
Nope.
It's like saying Hardy's country. Is he though? I like it.
That is like.
I love it.
That's
I
like,
love that song.
That's more
I mean,
rock rap than it is country.
if you want real country boys, we're gonna listen to Merle Haggard.
Josh
I grew up
Turner.
with Merle Haggard.
Merle
You
Haggard.
can't out country me. I grew up with
And
George Jones,
Tammy
Wynette,
George
Loretta
Strait.
Lynn, Porter Wagner. I
Who-
grew up watching Hee Haw. You can't out country. I'm from Tennessee. You can't out country me.
But that's not country.
Greatest-
huh?
But that wasn't country. That was more rock rap than it
That's
was country.
country.
That's not
No, it
country.
wasn't. No, it wasn't. That was more rock rap than it was country.
Oh, it's rap. You like rap.
It was all like
Oh, bullcrap.
it was
That's
like
so
all
stupid.
like syncopated lyrics. Yeah, it was.
That's
that was
stupid.
that was closer to rap
Who
than
is
it
the
was
greatest
country.
country artist of all time? He's
Oh,
the king.
Charlie Pride.
Oh, I was gonna say King George.
George
George
Jones.
Strait.
George Strait.
I don't know.
I mean, you want to talk about #1 hits and just songs in general? He's
All
undefeated.
time. I didn't listen to enough country to make a good guess there.
I thought, yeah, George Strait.
I like Johnny Cash music myself, but
Again, was that country?
Name
Johnny Cash
Name
it
two.
was outlaw
Okay.
country.
Name
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
Johnny Cash songs.
Man in Black and Folsom County Prison.
Okay.
I like Johnny Cash. I had a stint of my life where I listened to nothing but like Johnny
Well,
Cash.
that's good.
Ring of
'cause I
Fire.
always
Ring of
feel like-
Fire. I got one.
I like
Ring of
Ring
Fire.
of Fire,
I
yeah.
like Johnny Cash. It's like name some songs. It's like I can't name any.
I had
Yeah.
one.
It was like
And then what's the one where it was his last song? Was it not? Was it his last
where he
song?
did 9 Inch Nails.
He did 9 Inch Nails cover. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh!
Rookie
Fantastic.
Mistake says
That was a tough song.
Hank Williams.
Hank Williams, another great. Yeah, Hank Williams.
Hank Williams,
Jr.
84, baby.
Are you talking Hank Williams or Hank Williams Jr.?
Hank Williams Jr.
Because Hank Williams was probably actually country. Well, he's once again
He
he's
was
more
as country
outlaw
as country could get.
Yeah, he was outlaw. Where Junior,
Hank Williams Jr. was, I would say, who was bigger, Hank Williams Jr. or George Strait?
Hank Williams.
I didn't listen to either
When I was
one.
in
time
high school,
period?
Hank Williams Jr. Man.
Yeah, if we're talking like 80s and 90s,
Yeah.
Hank Williams, he played for Monday Night Football.
Oh, he was huge.
Like,
People,
it
people
was-
don't realize how
was-
big he
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
All
Hank
my rowdy
Williams
friends are
was-
coming over tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to country back then. So.
Oh my gosh, really?
He listened to Vanilla Ice,
I didn't listen to country, but I listened to Hank Williams
Tupac.
Jr.
Tupac. Yeah, I can't blame you there.
Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z, Snoop.
I wouldn't get got dead listening to him now, but
Snoop.
yeah, I did listen to a lot of Snoop actually.
I don't want to do this.
You don't want to do this now?
Nah.
Okay.
We're having
well,
too much fun talking about music.
Well, what do you want to do
What do
then?
you want to do now?
I don't want to do this.
We got to do this.
I think we need to do.
All he's going to do is talk about him going to interview Putin. That's all he's doing. And I apologize about Toby Keith. I really am sad. I just been
It
thinking,
feels bad now.
He was ready
Well, I
to
just
move
been
on.
I've been thinking about it all day, and it's just
Well, what
like,
about this one?
this is. I'm interested in this. I'm not interested in Tucker Carlson.
Okay, I'm just saying there's going to be a lot of missed views over that.
Oh, I agree, 100%. But he was just introducing it. It wasn't really actually the interview.
That's true.
All right,
I
we'll
would
deal
like
with
to
the
see the
interview later.
But this is big.
Okay.
It is, but
I haven't heard about this.
What
But
people don't
anybody know about
understand
it?
is they keep saying the Republicans won't pass the bill. The reason why is because there's so much other crap that's in the bill.
Yep.
yeah.
And the bill that they're proposing is it's going to get more Border Patrol agents. It's going to give more money to them and all that. Yes, but then it's got this. It's like, and plus within this bill, we give $16 billion to people who want to, have a sex change for their dog. That's
Yeah.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and he might point it out here, that it's also letting in 5,000.
you get 5,000 a day.
Yeah, and
5,000 a freaking day.
and giving them work visas.
And free health
on
care,
top
probably.
of it.
And that's what they put in the bill, and that's what they don't say.
And that's what I'm saying.
The Republicans just won't pass
Yeah,
it.
CNN will come out and say, well, the Republicans just won't pass this bill to protect our borders.
5,000 a freaking day. Do the math.
All they want is to protect the borders. We're just trying to help.
Yes. 'Cause
But they
CNN
never
is
tell
a
you
bunch
what's in
of
the bills.
lion snakes straight from hell.
Yeah.
Sulfur smelling. bunch
Especially
of
that one.
maggots. I hate
Although,
those
I don't
people. hate
think he has
liars, and
any
those
clue.
people are liars.
That guy has no clue what's going on. I mean, look at him.
Well, Bill Maher got on there and said Trump's more demented than Biden.
How?
He was interviewing Patrick Bet-David, and PBD was
Oh,
like,
I bet
"Are
he
you
destroyed him.
serious?"
Yeah.
So I've not kept up with this.
Oh, he actually
We talked
he
about
interviewed
this-
Patrick Bet-David, or Patrick Bet-David interviewed him?
He went on Bill Maher's show
Okay, I want to watch. I'd
where
like
they
to
just sit
watch
around
that.
and they just talk
Yeah.
while they smoke cigars and
Yes,
drink. And it's just
I'd like to watch that because I bet he
because
destroyed.
Pat David the whole time PBD just look at him like he's crazy. Because Bill Maher is the kind of guy. Bill Maher is a perfect example of how people can make you seem intelligent if you have really good writers. But when you have them and you're just having a discussion with them, you find out they know nothing. He thinks Gavin Newsom's fantastic.
If you watch,
and PBD said, name one thing Gavin Newsom's done.
he
that's
can't
been
answer
good.
it.
And he said he made
This is
he made
the,
it. And Maher just like he made it rain in California. It's like
Oh,
This
my
is the
gosh.
alternate Biden.
The ultimate.
This is
Biden?
the one that is a little more coherent.
That's true.
Because
That
there's more
was-
than one, right?
yes.
This is the one that seems a little less out of his mind.
Are his earlobes attached?
Yeah, that's what I say.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
That stuff is scary.
Yeah, it is.
You watch that stuff.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So catch me up on this. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, just briefly, about maybe we didn't even talk about it on the show,
I
but we
don't
talked
think
about
we
it.
did.
Yeah.
So,
What's
yeah.
happened since
So
then?
basically, Texas is like, there's so many illegals coming in.
Yeah, they were
they're
taking it into their own hands.
They're like, we want to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
And the feds aren't doing anything about it. They've asked for help. The feds won't do nothing.
Right.
Except, we've got patrol agents down there.
I think we were talking about it at dinner at church, and we were trying to decide if they had the right to do it,
Yeah,
or
so-
if the feds had
Yeah,
the
so
right.
Texas goes and they put up barbed wire fences at
Yeah.
all these popular crossings.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what happened? Almost 0 people came in
Yep.
Yeah.
when they put all the barbed wire in.
Yes.
And they're like, it worked. Then the feds come in and say, you can't do that because the Border Patrol agents can't walk up and down and get to where they need to go. You need to remove the razor wire.
Yeah.
Well, what it really
Texas-
is
Texas comes back and says, we're not going to do it.
what. Yeah.
So-
The Supreme Court actually ruled
So-
that Texas could not do it, and Texas
Yes.
said, "We're Texas. We do whatever we want."
And it's
to.
funny because when the Supreme Court said that, because they said you've got to provide the Border Patrol agents with access, the Border Patrol agent, the head dude of the Border Patrol,
Yes.
comes out and says, they're doing a great job. Why do we need to patrol it?
We
Because there's
support
no one
Texas.
coming over.
Right.
We support Texas.
Mhm.
And the feds are pretending like that never happened. The government's like, they didn't say that.
They gotta let
Like-
them votes in somehow.
Exactly.
That's all it is. It's all about votes. That's what, and it has absolutely. If you are so incredibly, incomprehensibly stupid that you think this has to do with compassion, you need to
yeah.
quit driving and basically do not have any children because you're an idiot. It has to do with votes.
Oh, yeah.
Votes.
Well, and Tim Pool said it 1,000 times. He said a lot of these immigrants aren't coming from Mexico. They're coming from all these other.
They've got a video of the terrorists. Have you seen that one?
Yeah. So he said, question is, if they're really just refugees looking for safe harbor, why do they go 16 countries away to get here when the next country over could be safe harbor?
Or why are they coming from the Middle East?
Why are they coming all the way from?
Go to Israel.
Exactly. There's other places you can go that are way closer
Yep.
than the United States. But why do they come here? That's the question.
I would, at any time there's any Democrat anywhere around here, I'm going to find them and who is, no, I wouldn't say Democrat, I say liberal. There are some Democrats who
There's
are
some
not.
good Democrats still.
So if a liberal's around there, and especially one who's in political office, I'm going to go to their meeting, and I'm going to say, how many migrants do you have living with you?
Exactly.
And that's it. You want to stop illegal immigration? Just say, if I was president, I'd go in there. I would go in there and say, we're going to keep the border open, but here's what's going to happen. For every migrant that comes across, they have to have at least one sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take them, give them food, give them shelter, give them money, and put them up in your home.
Mm-hmm.
And it will stop overnight. Because liberals are really good about spending your money and using your buildings and using your resources, then patting themselves on the back for compassion. And while they go back and they drive into their gated communities with the security guards at the front door and live in their homes.
Yeah.
And there's no illegal immigrants coming into their gated communities.
Mm-mm.
Well, that's why some of these southern
I
states
hate
were
these
shipping
people.
them up there. We're shipping them up there last year, weren't they?
Yeah, DeSantis and Abbott were shipping them over.
Any
in,
place
like,
that's
New
a
York
sanctuary
and-
city should get all of them.
I thought
Yeah.
Chicago got quite a few of them last year.
And they're
Chicago
getting
did.
tired of it.
And
Yeah.
Chicago is about done. Like they are raising
absolutely getting
cane.
tired of it.
Yeah.
And the governor of Massachusetts, we got on there and was just like, "Ugh," and I want to say, how many are living with you?
Exactly.
You take them and put them. I'm sure you've got like a 100-acre spread out there.
Yeah.
Put them on there. You got plenty of room for tents.
Probably
put them
got-
on your land.
Yeah, you got 10,000 square foot house.
Put
Let
them,
live in the
put
basement.
them in your house.
Yeah, let them live in the
But
basement.
they're not going to do that. They want you to do it.
Mhm.
That's just the same thing like global warming.
Yeah.
You have to quit everything that you're doing.
But they're going to fly their
But they're
private
still going to
jet.
fly around their
Yeah.
jets. I'm sure, Taylor Swift is catching crap because she flies around their jet airplane, her private jet.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
You have to quit driving and ride a bicycle to work, but they're still going to fly around in their jets because they're your superiors.
Mm-hmm.
And we just need to have a civil war. We need to get this crap over with. We just
Stack
need to go ahead and do
bodies.
it. We need to do it.
It starts.
Let me know where to go, and I'll be there.
Yeah.
It just needs to happen. And
It's
we
just-
need to have just red and blue, and that's it.
That's the thing. It's like, all right, let's just split the country. If you believe
Yes,
that
just
guy,
split it.
you go that way. You believe that guy, you go that way.
Why can't we do it? Let's
you
just
couldn't
split
even
it.
draw a line, though.
We don't even have to have a civil war. Let's just split
Yeah.
it.
But you couldn't even draw a line through the states and make that divide. It's all scattered.
And I can't remember if I saw it on Pool or where I saw it at, but some guy kind of went into what could happen. Like, just, okay, theoretically this could happen. And he was talking about how basically California could self-sustain somehow. I don't know how. But
It's a large economy.
being like one of the largest the two largest economies are Texas and California, I
Right.
believe. But California is like quite a bit more than Texas. But I think even if he said Texas broke off on its own to be like the Republic of Texas or whatever, it would still be like ranked top 50 of countries
Right.
in the world with the economy. Like that's
But if you took all the liberals and put them in California, and they start doing this thing,
It might break off.
We're just going to give you money. We're just going to give you money because you just exist.
yeah.
You can't sustain that.
Mm-hmm.
And so after 5 years, they wouldn't be around anymore. They'd run out of food because the Midwest wouldn't supply it to them.
Yep.
And we all saw what happened when they tried to make a garden a couple years ago, Washington.
Yeah,
That was good. That was good.
that was
stuff.
great stuff. Gosh, I miss Antifa. They're not in the news anymore and stuff like that.
Oh, they will be. Give them time. Yeah, they're coming
it's
back.
a little too soon. Election's not close.
Yeah, they're
enough
coming
yet.
back. Don't worry. They'll have their comeback tour.
Yeah, but it's basically all the states, 26, 27 states now. I guess it's up to probably more than that. Have basically just said we support Texas and what they're doing. They have a right. There's a clause within the Constitution, or is it Bill of Rights? I can't remember, but it's basically a state can declare we're being invaded, and the federal government doesn't do anything about it. Then they have the right to defend themselves. When the United States was first put together, it was a collection of small nations. That was always
Yes, that was the idea.
that was always the ideal. We're separate countries put together, and so it's like if you're getting invaded, it was like you have a country, you're getting invaded here. You have a right to say this is an invasion. We have a right to defend our borders. And now we're just, thanks to Lincoln and all that stuff, we're now just this big federal government. We're this big federal entity that's out there, and the states have lost their rights. And even with abortion, it's just abortion. Overturning Roe versus Wade was a great thing, but and that's one thing. It's like if you call yourself a Christian and you're like, I don't like Donald Trump because he does mean tweets. He put on Supreme Court justices that overturned Roe versus Wade.
Yeah.
That's all I need. I don't
Yeah.
care if he rips his shirt off. He's got a pentagram carved in his chest. He overturned Roe versus Wade.
Yeah.
He did that.
Yeah, he did that.
Yes. And as a Christian, that should be like, okay, I like him.
Yeah.
He does mean tweets. He says some things I don't agree with, But he did that. That's fantastic. I totally lost my train of thought when I was doing that. I get on those rampages.
You're not as good as you once was.
I blacked out for a minute.
Well, I just did. Go ahead and I'll try to remember what I said.
Do we know what he's going to say here?
I have no idea.
Did you watch this?
No, I watched like a very.
I'll put him on and see if
there's
what he says, if there's anything interesting.
Okay.
I can't hear him.
Oh.
National Guard to Texas to help secure the border. At the same time,
Alaska.
14 governors gathered in Texas to assert their right to defend their states and their borders and stop an invasion of this country. At the same time, news is breaking about the alleged bipartisan border deal, which is in fact more funding for Ukraine, Israel, and less funding for the border.
I'm so
Don't
tired
get
of
me wrong, the
Ukraine.
bill itself does have money technically for immigration issues, but the funding goes to NGOs. The bill guarantees the Biden administration the right to bring in 5,000 plus illegal immigrants per day. And when that threshold is met,
5,000.
it just moves them to ports of entry instead of illegal crossings. Make no mistake, this bill is not a border security bill. It is codifying the legal right of Joe Biden to strip the states of their power so they cannot defend themselves from waves of illegal immigration. It would fund illegal immigration. It would overwhelmingly, to the tune of $60 billion, fund war in Ukraine. And it is an
we got more money than we know.
$billion to Ukraine.
So that dude can build himself a bigger house.
Good.
He's talking about all the things they're sneaking into the bill, right? Wasn't it, as you called her, Tabbard last week?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it her that went on a rant and kind of got popular a year or so ago about spelling out? She's like, this is what they're looking at tonight. There's no way nobody read all this,
well,
you know? And she's like,
It was a few months ago. Matt Gaetz did that too. Matt Gaetz came out and was like, he
Gates
helped.
or Gatz?
Is it Gatz?
I think it may be Gatz.
Maybe it's Gatz. Matt Gatz.
I don't know.
But anyway, the one dude that seems like he's got some sense about
Yes.
him, he came out and said, look, he put a halt. Like he said, we're going to shut down the government because he goes, we got all these bills that we're putting out. We've not read any of them.
yeah.
He goes, they
They're so
just
big.
want us to pass them just so we can hurry up and get it on so the government doesn't shut down. He goes, I don't care if we shut the government down. He goes, because we're going to go through these bills and we're going to look at them one by one, what they say.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, that's our job. He goes, that's why the American people have elected us so we can go through this, not just go, it looks the same as it did last time, pass it. Like,
It's
and
so
that's
funny.
what this bill is.
Coming from a Christian perspective on this, it's just so funny because the people are just like, I'll say it's like, I hate these people. And it's like, well, you can't hate these people. You can't do that other stuff. It's like, dude, these aren't people. These are demons.
They're evil.
These are evil people. And they're not ignorant. They're not misinformed or lacking in judgment. They know exactly what they're doing. And it's all purposeful and it's all planned. And they're evil. And the Bible says, hate what is evil. And I hate who is evil. And the problem is, we don't need to hate. We don't hate enough. We don't get mad enough to actually do something. I'm not even talking about violence. I'm just talking about in general.
Just standing up and saying what that's wrong.
We were talking about this the other night, and I'm as guilty as this as anybody. Just watching shows on television, we're not angry enough about it to say, I'm not going to watch that show anymore. I'm not going to buy that product anymore. Or I'm not going to visit that store anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, how many times has Amazon ticked me off over something they put on there that I didn't like, and I go right back to it.
How
And
many
then
times?
you go add to cart.
Yeah, I go add the cart. Amazon, right?
How many times
Like,
did Target do something and people, Christians still go to Target?
Yeah. Well, and I know a lot of
That's
people
one that I was easy
Target,
to write off.
But I know people
'Cause
that
it's so far away.
boycotted Target
Yeah.
for like a week or two, and then they're like, oh, well, it kind of died over. So they go back.
Now, see, I
never
still don't go to Target because it's a
It's just
40
like
minute
But I
drive.
never shopped there, so it's
Yeah,
not
it's
a
just
big
like the
deal.
whole Bud Light thing. Everybody's like, well, we can go back to Bud Light now.
Oh, you can.
And
Well, the Super
I
Bowl
get
is.
Dana White's version of it because Dana White came out because, Bud Light sponsors the
Right.
UFC. And that's what he said. He goes, you know what? They sponsor us and we say whatever we want and they're still sponsoring us. And he goes, I think they're sorry for what they've done. And it's like, well, yeah, their business lost how many billions of dollars.
And if they just came out and said, we made a mistake.
That's all they had to do. They had to come out and go, look, this was.
But they can't do that.
They can come out and say, look, this person over here did something they shouldn't have done.
Well, they did do that. They said
did-
that
they
the
did throw her
person
under
that
the
the
bus,
person they
yeah.
put in charge here, we've gotten rid of her. She was crazy.
Yeah.
They did say that, but
But the problem is that these companies feel like they can test that,
yeah.
right? They can see what they can get us to fall for.
It's like a friend of ours at church was just talking about how they went to eat the Cracker Barrel, and I said I quit going to Cracker Barrel when they put that rainbow-colored rocking chair on the front porch.
Mm-hmm.
That was it for me, and I loved Cracker Barrel.
Oh, Cracker Barrel's so good.
It is. It's
Yeah.
great, especially being a Southerner. I mean,
Yeah, true.
but it's like, no. And there are certain stands that I can make in my life.
Mm-hmm. But then
And-
certain ones we won't too.
But just think about it. If everybody who claims to be a Christian just said, we're going to quit shopping there, even Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon would be like, oh, we're sorry.
Oh yeah, if literally half of the shoppers on Amazon tomorrow just
but
stop.
we don't take a stand for anything because it's basically taking a stand is wrong.
Well, and honestly,
And disagreeing with people is wrong.
if you think about it, Bud Light, that was an easy thing for a lot of people
Yeah, I don't drink
because
Bud
a lot
Light,
of people were like, okay, I drink Bud Light. Well, I'll drink Coors or I'll drink
Right.
Miller. Like it wasn't a big deal, so it was easy switch.
Well,
Now,
it's
some
definitely
people-
easier because there's not a good Amazon
Yeah.
replacement.
That's the thing.
Corona
okay,
Light was
who
really
you going to go to with Amazon?
Right.
Yeah.
Walmart. Walmart.com's getting a lot better.
Walmart's just as evil as Amazon.
But that's the thing. Okay, there's no good replacement. For
Walmart is probably more evil than Amazon.
It could be.
I don't know. Sometimes Walmart gets a bad rap.
Oh.
They did not.
He's a
No, I'm
he's a fanboy.
no, not really. I just we go to Walmart weekly. That's where we get our
The
groceries
Waltons
from.
are as evil as
But
evil
what
can
I'm
be.
saying is you walk through Walmart today, you don't see Target agendas pushed.
Yeah.
They don't have rainbow stuff flying in there.
Yeah.
They don't. And I expected them to, and they don't.
Right, and the bathrooms are still gender specific.
Separate.
Yeah.
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 Well, they do have a family bathroom though.
They had family bathroom before it was the thing.
Oh, that's true.
A lot of
Yeah.
places. Target did too.
Yeah.
How did we get off on this?
I have no idea.
That's what we do.
That's what we
I'll
did.
put us back on.
Ultimate betrayal by Republicans in the Senate. And so I see this news from Newsweek. I got to be honest, I'm trying to figure out what's the lead story? What's the first article? Every day when I'm looking at this big news, I say, what is the story that captures everything?
You know, he
Temple
doesn't
has hair.
subscribe to
You know
Here's
that?
a
Newsweek.
story from Newsweek. Texas stripped of powers in border security bill. Now, it was tough call, because we also have this story. 14 GOP governors gather to support Texas' right to protect its borders. Well, one of those governors was Abbott, so of course he's going to assert that. But when you have these stories at the same time, the federal government is seeking to strip the state's powers to defend themselves.
That's when you'll have a
Right,
war.
codified. Meanwhile, 14 governors are asserting their right to do so. Wow. We are headed for a massive clash. I don't know.
Good.
Part
Good.
of me
We
thinks
need
it's
it.
all for show. You know, many people have said, Tim, what Abbott is doing may be good, but it's not stopping anything. And it's just for show to convince the American people, those who are angry, that someone's trying to do something. But when you look at what the federal government is doing, this border bill is shockingly psychotic. And I got to be honest,
Psychotic.
I am surprised how brazen it is, this attempt to steamroll the destruction of the American border, American sovereignty, and fund the war in Ukraine masquerading as U.S. border security.
If you would have told me Tim Pool
Yeah.
would have been talking like this 5 years ago,
Oh, he's totally.
I
right
would
wing
have
now.
been like, "There, no way, not Tim Pool."
He's
'Cause
eating the
Tim Pool
cookies.
was, I would say, libertarian
Yes.
/ leaned a little towards the liberal side,
Right.
and
I don't think he's either side. I think he's just common sense.
And that's what it is. He sees it, and no one else does.
Common sense makes you right wing.
Yeah, it really does.
It does.
It does, and that's what he's like. He goes, "Well, everybody calls him a Nazi now because he's,
Right.
It's just like he's just got common sense."
It's like if my daughter goes into a bathroom and the guy follows her in, and I go in there and I tell him to get out, I'm gonna beat the crap out of him.
That's just
I'm
common
right wing.
sense. Yeah,
Mm.
no, you're just
I'm
common
a
sense
dad. I'm
protecting
common
your
sense. Yeah.
protecting your daughter.
I carry a gun to protect myself. You're right wing.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
common sense is right
because
wing.
left wing people can do that too.
So
They can carry a gun to protect themselves. They just usually choose not to because
because they think everybody's nice.
Isn't that kind of ridiculous that we can almost segregate the American population based on what they think about a few different topics? We can almost decide whether they're red or blue or right or left just by their stance on 3 topics.
Well, I think so.
I'd say yeah, generally.
Yeah.
Right to carry is one of them. Abortion is one of them.
Yep.
Gender dysphoria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Co-ed bathrooms. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, those boys
All
in
the
there ripped
crazy
out the tampon dispenser in the boys' bathroom in 20 minutes. Good for them.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
They're not. They're once we go back to the whole, it's 0.01% of the population throws a conniption fit and says you're racist, you're homophobic, you're transphobic, you're
Right.
whatever phobic, and they want to put it all over the internet. So all the rest of us go, we really
Exactly.
don't want them to do that. So just give them a little bit. But the problem is,
That's why we don't preach about it in our churches.
we gave a little bit, and now
Right.
there's no stopping it.
We
Evil
thought
doesn't stop.
they'd be happy if we just give them this. No, they're going to keep
Yep.
on going for
Well,
the next thing. What's the
they've
next
been doing
thing?
that
What did
They've
you
been doing
say-
that 20
what did
years,
you say
yeah.
10 years ago, or however long ago it was, when we were sitting there discussing gay marriage.
Yeah.
Gay marriage. Well, what's wrong? If a man wants to be with another man, it's his bedroom, his life, whatever. And we kept saying it's a slippery slope.
And we don't even talk
Once
about
you-
that anymore. It's gone to the nth degree now.
Once again, it's just like, you know what? I said, let them have common law, whatever they want, but don't call it marriage.
Right.
That's where that's the slippery
Right.
slope. And then it seems like ever since that happened, what's going on?
Right.
It's just
it happened. I was thinking about this the
all
other day.
downhill at this point.
I was thinking about this week. That it happened a lot before, way before that.
Really?
It happened when we let the idea of marriage be an unbiblical thing,
Right. Right.
and it's been like that forever. Marriage is a biblical principle. It was
Yes.
defined in one specific way,
Now it's just
which
a
means
law.
it is something that happens. It's a commitment that's made between two people that follow God,
Right.
and now we allow marriage, even heterosexual marriage,
Absolutely, yeah.
outside of that
Right.
arrangement, and it's always been wrong. It's like in my former company where I used to work, they were talking about gay marriage, and one of the guys there who said he would attend church would come and ask me what I thought about gay marriage, and I told him my stance on it. I think it's wrong. And he goes, "Why do the Christians care so much about who gets married?" And I said, "Because marriage is a biblical principle, not a worldly one."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And nobody steps back, and it went wrong centuries ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, even in 10 years, gender dysphoria will be by the wayside. We'll be into
But
pedophilia,
that's the
polygamy,
thing.
incest.
It's almost like once that happened, like I said, it lost their ever loving minds.
Once they
it went
see
so
how we
far.
just cower in the corner,
Yeah.
they're like, okay, everything is permissible now. We
Matter of fact, they've got him on video back in the Obama era saying that marriage is between a man and a woman.
Yeah.
They changed.
He
their
says
view.
whatever
They
they
changed
tell
their
him
tunes
to.
quick, didn't they?
He says
Yeah.
whatever they tell him to.
Well, he does
Yeah.
now, especially.
I almost think
because
he
does
says
know
whatever
it.
they type, and it comes
Yeah,
out of
it
his
comes
mouth.
Out of his mouth. Yeah. He's a robot.
He
One of
could
them
be a
is.
robot.
He's a lizard man.
Let's skip ahead, and he's going to Twitter here. Let's see what he's getting at.
Allows illegal immigration up to 5,000 per day or more. It just moves them to ports of entry and says they can now process more claims. It codifies the legal process. It basically legalizes anyone walking across the border.
fired up.
This is not an exaggeration. It is the antithesis of a border security
Stop
bill.
right here.
But you get these.
What they want to do is actually make it safer. So they have these places where you could still cross in Texas, and people were drowning in the rivers, and so they put the barricades up, and people were actually having to go through to the actual port of entries within this, and they were actually saving lives by doing this. And the left thinks it's horrible. It's about votes. How fast can we get votes over?
The more border that's open, and the more they come in.
Legally, when can these people vote? Now,
Oh,
illegally,
they've already
that's
got
different.
bills. They've already got bills. Would us hundreds be right? They've already got bills in almost every single state that are giving them the right that if you're not.
He's gonna start throwing things.
If you're not an American citizen, you can vote in our elections. You don't be right wing.
That is insane. Okay, here's.
See, I didn't think
I
they
wanna go to
legally.
Canada.
He's getting fired up too. See,
I want to go to when Canada votes. I'm going to go drive into Canada. And be like, I want to vote. You know what they're going to tell me?
yeah, they're going to
They're
tell
going
you.
to arrest me.
They're going to
number
shoot
one,
you
because they're going to think I'm
No,
drunk.
they can't shoot you.
They're
That's
going to
right.
arrest me. And they're going to throw me in prison forever because they're like, you're an idiot.
We'll just go to the border and just say we're just here to vote.
It's mind-boggling.
But Justin Trudeau's an idiot. We're just
And,
here
and the
to
thing
vote.
about it is, who are they going to vote for when they've got a puppet like that fighting for them to come in?
Exactly. They exactly know who they're going to vote for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're going to vote for who let
But
them in.
that's the plan.
Yeah.
We bring you in and we give you get a free Xbox. You know that they get free Xboxes. You have to pay for yours, and so
Yeah.
Healthcare.
we're going to
Yeah.
give you all that stuff. You keep voting for us, and we're going to give you that stuff. That's what the mafia used to do in the cities. They used to go around and pull their trucks up and pass out turkeys to everybody.
It's
on
been
Thanksgiving.
happening since
Yep,
before
to
him,
make
though.
it look
Obama
like-
did the same thing.
Yeah, we're gonna
Obama.
we're going to give you stuff.
Yeah.
Obama prioritized keeping the unemployed at home, letting them stay at home for 99 weeks on unemployment.
And give them
Who do you
checks.
think they
Right.
voted for? Who do you think they voted for then?
Right, absolutely. That's what they do. And then some people with common sense, it's like, you need to work. Oh, my gosh. We're not getting my vote.
How dare you?
If I
You don't-
work, they'll take
you
my
don't work,
Obama
you don't
phone
eat.
away.
That's a biblical principle, too. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Gosh.
I know it makes you crazy because they have no problem spending your money. That's what makes me nuts. Spend your own damn money.
And the problem is, they're not taking our money once. They're taking it twice, 3 times. We
Right.
got to pay income tax. We turn around and pay taxes on stuff we already own, which
Right.
still boggles my mind. I got to pay property tax. I got to pay taxes on the stuff I buy. Then at the end of the year, I got to pay taxes on the stuff I didn't pay enough taxes on.
I'm telling you right now, if you said, we're not going to use any taxpayer money, I apologize for cussing. We're not going to use any taxpayer money. What we're going to do is we're going to set up a GoFundMe account. If you want to support the migrants, you give to this account.
There'll be
After a
$0
year, it
in
wouldn't have
there.
$20,000.
Yeah, that'd be $0. Unless some rich celebrity got on
Oh,
there
it's
and
about
donated.
compassion.
Soros would fund that.
Yeah, you're right. He would. Good. Let him.
Good, let him.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with that at all. Fine. If it has $15 trillion in there, let Taylor Swift give to it.
Yeah.
You know, let them all give to it. That's fine. Don't use my money to do it.
One of Trump's things he was running, at least I heard him say. Now, how true it is or not, I don't know if he's actually going to go with it. But he said he wants to do away with income tax.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to do a straight.
I heard this.
You
Flat
just pay,
tax. That's
you
great.
just do away with income tax, and then you still pay the rest of your taxes.
It's going to
You
go
know,
up.
It'll go up.
It'll be 9 probably.
But I'm perfectly fine. They take my income tax away and raise this sales tax by 3 or 4%.
You only pay tax on what you buy.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fantastic.
Fantastic.
I'm down for that.
Yes.
Why can we not do that?
It ought to be a flat tax across the board.
Our tax
100%.
dollars aren't getting spent the way we want to anyways.
Exactly. So yeah, $60 billion to Ukraine so we can buy them.
We don't even have
I'm not even gonna say it.
This is what makes me want to chew this microphone. we don't even have a say in that.
No,
Yeah.
It's just like we're gonna
we're
do it.
supposed to though. The representatives that we voted in should be doing
And
something.
our
about it.
representatives in Indiana are
They're trash.
well, no.
Well, our governor apparently at least
Yeah,
went down and
But that's why it's important to see the people that you voted for. Watch how they're voting, and then call and raise all kinds of cane when they don't vote the way that you want
well,
to vote.
did you hear about the immigrant that beat up the New York City cop?
Got let out.
He's illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Beats up a New York City cop.
There are 5 of them.
They
5, 6 of them.
arrest him.
Mm-hmm.
They let them out. No bond, no bail. Just let him back out on the street.
You go up to New York and beat a cop up,
We're going to prison.
you're going to prison.
Once again, let me go into Canada, find one of their little Mounties somewhere, and slap the crap out of him. You know what's going to happen? He's probably going to kill me.
You won't make it to trial. Yeah.
Yeah, like, how? How is this a thing?
And then they get on a bus using fake IDs and go to California.
This is just mind-boggling to me. I don't understand how this is even a thing. How they are getting away with any of
The
this.
first illegal immigrant that killed an American citizen, that should have been it right there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Border shut down.
Border shut down.
Yeah.
That's it. Remember how COVID, we shut everything down in COVID? We could shut the border down
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
and just say, that's it. And you just, every day, an American citizen has been killed by an illegal immigrant. Every day. I bet you it's in the hundreds, the numbers.
Are we allowed to say this word? Is that not the replacement theory anyways?
Oh, we're going to get the little thing that pops up
Yeah.
at YouTube
Oh,
video.
We'll have the banner.
Replacement theory
They're gonna give
is
you
a
information at the bottom.
right-wing conspiracy theory.
Yeah, they're going to give you information.
Well, YouTube's filled with a bunch of aliens anyway. Don't
Shoot,
matter.
I'd be curious to check because our birth rate is down. What is our birth rate compared to immigration illegally in right now?
Oh gosh.
Are more immigrants coming in than babies being born in the
I
country
would
right
say,
now?
Yeah, I would bet.
How long before
Well,
replacement?
I don't know, overall, maybe not.
Let's just divide the country and let's do it peacefully. We can do that.
Straw line.
I'll move, as long as you guys go with me.
I mean, I'll have to because I sure as heck ain't living in no liberal
We have
state.
to live in the same state.
Because I'm not sure our state would.
Indiana would.
You don't know which way Indiana would go.
Indiana,
Get rid of Indianapolis
true.
and Gary.
And
Well,
Evansville.
We would take southern.
Evansville's purple too.
Let's do southern Indiana and southern Illinois
Yes.
as a state.
And we'll just join with
because
Kentucky.
southern Illinois is just like the rest of us. Now, you get up into the Chicago area.
Yeah.
It's just the cities, guys.
Yeah, it's the city.
All it is the cities. Take all the populations of the cities and move them to one state. That's all you got to do.
Perfect.
That's it. And the
Yeah.
rest of the nation is red.
Yeah, you're right.
Move them all to California. Take some of this $60 billion you
got
get
the
to
northeast
Ukraine
corner.
and move the people to California.
Northeast
Brilliant.
corner's red too, though, right?
What is?
Northeast corner.
No.
No?
Washington State and all them, they're not.
That's northwest.
They would be. Were you talking?
Northeast.
Northeast.
No, nobody's. New Hampshire, maybe.
That'd be.
But
doubtful.
even parts of New York is conservative. Upper New York is conservative.
It is.
Yeah,
when get
if you
away
look
from
at
city.
if you look like the heat map, I know it's
It's
not
just
the right
the
word,
cities.
but-
It's just the cities where they get free stuff.
Matter of fact, we have a gentleman that works with us now who actually transferred down to here.
He says
to get away from New York.
Evansville sounds like snooty liberals.
50-50.
50-50.
Yeah. There's still a bunch of good old rednecks.
Evansville's kind of unusual. We're known for, like, if companies want to test something, they try it out here.
It's true.
Because we like it, anybody will like it.
Remember, we got the McDonald's. That weird McDonald's. What
Yes.
was that? It was like a McDonald's diner.
The McCafe or something.
No, it was a McDonald's diner.
I
Remember,
don't-
because it
I
was
don't
set up
know
like a
that.
diner, and
But they
would
tried it
come
out
to your
here.
table and take your order.
And that's why you didn't see it anywhere else in any part of the
Yeah.
country, because we hated it.
Yeah, it was like, this is terrible.
By the way, we don't live in Evansville if you want to firebomb our house.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
But if you, I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, I guess you should still be firebombing Evansville. You just won't hit us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Knock yourself out.
Had to be a big bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it depends on what side of Evansville
It's just
you're
the only city that anybody's ever heard of
If
down
you're on
here where
the-
we are.
on.
So.
If you're on the west side of Evansville, I'd say that's pretty.
We're not even actually
staunch
close to Evansville,
conservative.
but it's the only near thing that's near us.
Yeah, I'd say conservative. West side.
everything, everything.
North side, I'd say is probably fairly conservative-ish.
Newburgh area is probably liberal.
You get over there to the
Oh,
east side.
it's definitely
it's
an east
all-
side. There's a line down the middle.
Yeah,
east
that's
side,
all.
Well, and then you've got the south side, which is impoverished,
you
which
have-
is probably.
Then you have Jimtown, which they don't care who's the president because they're busy making meth.
Yeah.
Okay, they ain't got no time for president.
Oh, I can see an Evansville short coming.
They're all making meth.
Well, I bet it's true. I mean, Evansville's funny because the number of
My Jimtown
Deweys you see.
homies, I actually know some people that live in Jimtown. I'm
Well, the
sorry.
number of Deweys
I'm
that you
not,
see
though.
in
You're
a
probably
given
making
day
crap.
around here, like the mopeds we call Deweys
Oh yeah, yeah.
because
It's
they
because
can't drive a car; they have to drive a
You
moped.
gotta have a moped.
He's a longtime listener. He says, "Don't worry, the bunker will be protected."
Oh,
That
my
is true.
gosh.
We are in the.
We're
We
not
are
even-
still in the bunker.
Even though we say the bunker, we're not really in the bunker anymore.
Yes, we are.
Oh, we are.
Well, yeah, we are.
Yes,
We're
we are,
in the bunker.
It's a
JR.
different bunker.
We're always in the bunker.
A
We're
better
buried.
decorated bunker.
It's true.
We need to bust that back out sometime.
The bunker thing?
The old promo,
Which old promo?
Oh, the old intro?
deep from an underground bunker,
Oh, deep-
at an
that
undisclosed
was good.
location.
Yeah. we should do that.
Can I play it on the way out?
Can't you? Is it? Do you still have
You
it?
still have it?
I have it. I don't know if I have it on this computer. I'll get
Oh,
it.
we need it. That was good.
We'll do it next week.
Yeah,
next
Yeah,
time.
we do that because that was hilarious.
that was.
It was
good.
just too long. Yeah, I've got it somewhere.
We could play it as the outro. I don't know if it makes sense as the outro, but we could do it anyway.
We had a standalone outro, too.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
All
I
right,
don't
we
have
want to do
any
anything
brain
else with
cells
this
left.
video?
I don't remember much.
No, that's it.
You done with this
We talked 45 minutes about it.
I know we did.
Yeah.
I just want to make
I'm
sure.
so angry about it. I know
We watched
people
6
watch me,
minutes of
and you guys know I'm like really nice Christian guy the rest of the week, and then I get
I mean,
in this
except for the murdered puppies in his basement.
I know, but I get in this show, man, and I'm just like, I'm sure people are like, this guy's just nuts. I was like, I'm not, because we talk about stuff and it just makes me crazy.
It's just the common sense things.
I can't stand people who don't have common
just-
sense.
It just blows my mind.
I can't stand it. I absolutely, it just makes me crazy.
I just
You don't have common sense.
Yeah.
and once again, I have no problem. there's some good Democrats out there left.
Yeah.
Old school Democrats.
It's liberals.
The
You have to say liberals.
It's the JFK Democrats. You know what I mean? That kind of old school Democrat.
Well, I'm thinking about Glenn Beck talked about how if Russia ever had a war with China and China's plan was day one, send 1 million of their citizens over to Russia. Day two, send another million, not military, send another
citizens?
million citizens over there. Day three, send another million, and Russia would collapse within a week, trying to take care of all of these people.
But here's the thing: would Russia try to take care of them?
Russia probably shoot them when they're trying to cross.
That's what I was thinking. Russia would be like, no,
we don't have the balls to do that.
Yeah, but they would.
But every Christian should be against illegal immigration because it's violating the law.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not people don't have common sense. It's that they've built a trust in what they see come across their TV because they don't know any better.
Right. Yeah.
And it's genius by whoever's pulling the strings to take over the media like this. I don't agree with a lot of stuff that happens in the Left Behind series, but that's how the author Tim LaHaye or whatever that was
Tim LaHaye
wrote that. That's how the Antichrist power would take over, is he would control the media.
Yes.
And there was one media source. And just look at that. While we have multiple media sources, we've known for the last 5 years that they're getting their content fed to them equally.
Right. Look up.
They're reading the same script across all the channels.
Get up there and go to Google search and type in Trump and see what comes up.
Yeah.
New York Times, Washington Post, NBC News, MSNBC.
Same headline.
Yeah. And it's the same headline, but it's all these liberals that they're promoting first. Even though Breitbart, Revolver, Fox News are just as or more popular, they're promoting an agenda, and that's what they're doing.
Well, and we made it even easier. They didn't even have to get the news stations. They got the search algorithm. Because where do you go? You go to Bing? No, you don't. You go to Google when you run your search.
Yep.
Right.
And Google decides what you see.
Yep.
I actually have a conservative search engine on my
DuckDuckGo?
computer. Huh?
DuckDuckGo?
That's not conservative.
No.
Nobody is anymore.
But it is a big deal because you type it in, then all the conservative sites pop up.
Really?
And it's neat.
Is Fox on there?
And they try to put, even on YouTube feed, they've tried to
It shouldn't
put the
be.
propaganda on there. I'm just, I don't want to kill anybody or anything like that. But every once in a while,
Heads need to roll.
Well,
the tree of liberty needs to be watered every once in a while with the blood of tyrants.
well, like you said earlier, it could be done very peacefully. Like, you know what? All right, y'all want to do your thing, and we want to do ours.
Right.
Let's figure out a line.
So we don't become the United States anymore.
No, and
Divided states.
it would be. I can't remember the one guy. Like I said, he had a very interesting thing, and I can't remember his name. I'll have to look it up. But he did a whole video on different things that could happen, and his main theory was that California would become its own, Texas would become its own, and then most of the East Coast would be the United States or the property of United States or whatever, and then a lot of your like Midwestern states would all be like rebel territory.
It always happens like that in any television shows or movies or books that portray near future, almost like
dystopian future,
like a dystopian future. This country's never together.
No.
It's always off in regions or districts. You've got Hunger Games. We think about Hunger Games, right? They talk about those districts. That was just a small portion of the country that had been divided from the rest. You don't even hear about the other half, you know?
Right.
It's the same thing with The Handmaid's Tale. It wasn't the entire country that enslaved the women like that. It was just a certain district that had been taken over by men.
And that's why they were trying to get those ladies out to the other districts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? They
always
had borders.
Always divided. They had borders.
They were stopping
secure
them from going
borders.
across.
That's right.
They had secure borders.
Well, I read all these books that talk about this stuff, and I think it would probably be. I think if the rubber hit the road, I think what would be shocking for liberals would be how many liberals did not want to leave.
I think a lot.
They
of
all
them
said
would
they
want
were
to be
leaving
with us.
when Trump won. Not one of them left.
A lot of them would want to be with us.
They're hypocrites. They are such liars and hypocrites.
Yeah.
The
Christians are liars and hypocrites. Don't you know this yet?
We are. It's true.
They talk about the church. It's like, dude, you don't even know. Yeah, I mean seriously, it's like when you talk about compassion, But at least as Christians, when we talk about compassion, we do something about it.
Nah,
And
don't
talk,
though.
And they talk about compassion, and they're like, "Well, just go down the border and take your van down there and load up a bunch of them and take them home with you." They're not doing that. It has nothing to do with compassion, and they're liars. And God hates liars. And when everybody tries to separate the lion from the people, no, God doesn't hate the people. He hates their lying. No, he hates liars.
You can't really separate.
Because when judgment comes, he doesn't send the lies to hell. He sends the liars to hell.
That's one of those things that that God never said, that we've repeated. I've been guilty of repeating it over the last 10
years. God hates the sin, not the sinner.
And that Christians are what? To hate the sin and love the sinner.
Do what now?
Yeah.
The Christians
you never heard that?
Right?
What now? Hate the sin, love the sinner?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that
How
all
many
the
times
time.
you heard that? Completely unfactual.
I've never said it, but yeah.
Right.
I've said it because I probably heard it somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I just thought it was, you always just kind of thought that was, that's kind of what's.
But it's not biblical.
True. I know that now, but.
Oh, there's actually biblical passages where God hates people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when he says,
He's
"Depart from
destroyed
me, I
cities
never knew you, you worker of iniquity," that's like, I hate you, get away from me.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing.
Is there a comment?
About what?
You giggled for a second. I didn't know what you were giggling at.
Of course you don't want to go on a killing rampage. You're not a liberal.
True.
Valid. Because you'd have to write a whole, like, manifesto.
I could identify as a liberal.
You could.
Well, that's...
And something the late great Rush taught me. Hypocrisy doesn't stick to liberals.
That is true. He used to say that. Yeah.
Oh, he touched my heart right there.
Rush
Rush talked a whole lot about this stuff, and he was always about common sense.
Yep.
And just use common sense when you're talking about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to the point where you're just letting 5,000 people a day pour over the border. Common sense tells you your country can't support that. You can't do that. Because the first year it's not a big deal, but after 20 years of it, you can't sustain it.
We have our own homeless, and you know what I mean. We have our own problems.
Don't
to deal
even
with
get me started
inside
on that.
these walls. We have veterans that have served this country that are walking around in streets without a home, and we take these immigrants or whatever you want, illegals in, and give them all this stuff. Like something that's not right.
It's just
And if
not
anybody,
right.
if they have compassion, maybe we should have compassion for those people that served our country. Let's start there.
What about the homeless people? What about, like you said, homeless vets? What about those people? What about you've got. What about the lady who has a kid that needs surgery but she can't afford it? Okay, you're going to help her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about that $60 billion we're going to send to Ukraine? How about we help people like that?
You think with $60 billion we could fix our water issue in this country?
Probably take significantly less.
You think we could have good, clean water to all of our areas with that $60
billion would fix a lot of things.
It could fix a lot of roads.
It could fix roads. It could fix our schools.
Our power situation.
Yeah.
We could
even use electric vehicles then.
Yeah, holy cow!
It could give more money for teachers, so we could get better teachers. It would do a whole lot.
But no, we got to send it to corporations. I mean Ukraine.
Right. And we've got to. I mean, the average illegal immigrant is getting the equivalency of $84,000 a year.
Yeah, which is
it's more than I make.
Mind-numbing.
It's more than we all make.
That ticks me off so bad. Maybe I got an idea. I'm gonna go back across the border and then come in I'm Julio.
Yeah.
You got to learn Spanish. You got to learn Spanish.
No. I just identify as Mexican.
I identify as Mexican. That's true.
There's nothing they can do.
That's true. I identify as Mexican. I have no social security number. Take care of me.
And they wouldn't.
Done. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see what happens.
But they wouldn't, because you go, "Viva la Trump!"
Nope, he's out.
He can't come in.
They say you have to vote for Biden. I'm like,
seriously, man, just drop MAGA hats on the other side of the border. They'll close it up within a week.
Yeah, he said that earlier.
Well,
you must have said that a while back.
Oh, I did say a while back. I mean, seriously. I mean, because it's true.
He's going through.
Like Lee said, give them MAGA hats and see what the Dems do. Yeah.
They'll be down there where they are.
Shut that border down tomorrow. Yeah, they would.
Yeah, they would.
They'd be like, no, not a red wave.
But just ask, first question is, how many migrants are living with you? And the second question is, if you knew they were going to vote Republican, would you still have compassion for them?
No, they wouldn't.
No, they're
No,
hateful
that's
people.
the two questions you need to ask them.
They're hateful people at that point.
But that's the serious. I mean, seriously, if you knew they were going to vote for Republican, would they still allow them to come across the border? And the answer is no, and you know it's no.
100%.
So it has nothing to do with compassion.
Nope.
And AOC down there crying over a empty parking lot. That's propaganda. That girl, that's the dumbest.
Dumb.
Good gosh.
She is dumb.
I don't know how she got where she is.
She has.
I don't understand it.
Come on now. Everybody
She
knows
has-
how she got where she's
okay,
at.
then
She
I
has
don't.
boobs and she's not afraid to show them.
I don't understand
exactly.
how people follow her. Then
Once again, oh, look at this attractive looking lady because, she had.
I don't know.
apparently
She's
she has,
dumb.
As I've said before, all you have to do is just assume that everybody that you meet is stupid,
Yeah.
and then they work their way up.
Yeah, they look at her and go, oh.
The vast majority of people in America are stupid. They just are.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That's why Taylor Swift can say, "You need to vote for these people." And they're like,
Okay.
"Okay,"
Yeah.
because they just are.
Well, it's funny because you watch these guys on TikTok and stuff, and they'll be like out in the streets, and especially that one where he went to the university. I don't know what university it was, but they're like, "Do you think that asking for voter ID from black people is racist?" Or absolutely is racist because black people don't have IDs.
I remember
Like
that.
all these
And he
college
asked
students
black people,
were
right?
like, "Well, they don't even know where a DMV's at. They couldn't even get to
Right.
one." And so then he turns around, and he goes into a black community, and he's like, "Do you have an ID?" And the guy's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Do you know where the DMV's at?" "Yeah, it's right down there in the corner." Blah 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 blah. And it's just like, so who's really racist here?
Not only did he just made them sound incredibly stupid.
Yes.
When he was trying to prove a
Yes.
point, he just makes them seem illiterate or less.
He goes, "Well, all these people are saying that you don't have IDs," and and that one black lady's like, "Everybody has an ID." Like it's
Too hard to get IDs over there when you're that color.
You have to
like-
to America. You have to have
so
you have to
funny.
have an ID.
Yeah. It's so funny because that's what the guy goes. He goes, "Well, how do I buy alcohol?" Like, it's like I gotta have an ID. Like I gotta have an ID to do anything.
Oh,
It was
make
just-
common
it's just
sense great
hilarious.
again.
Yeah.
No, won't do that.
No, it's
You
too
can't
late
do
for
that. Seriously, if you did that, the Democratic Party would collapse overnight. There wouldn't be anybody left.
No, except Joe.
If you're going to give people a vaccine,
One of them will.
give them a vaccine
Yeah.
from stupidity.
Except Joe, he'd be the only one left. He'd just be walking around going. He wouldn't
Yeah.
know where he's at. Poor guy.
Bumping
bad
into
for
furniture like a Roomba. That's what.
That's what Shane Gillis said. He goes, "He reminds me of a Roomba."
That's probably what he comes in on when he comes on the stage. He's like
That's
he's
what he
riding on a
said,
Roomba when he comes in.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing about Shane Gillis. He goes, "You know what though? They found the perfect person to debate Trump because Trump's sitting there insulting him and so on and so forth, and he has no idea where he's at. He doesn't know what's being said. Perfect.
Oh,
guy
he's not going to
Trump.
debate. They've
I
already
was
said
gonna say,
that.
will they actually debate?
Oh, they
No.
won't. No. Are you kidding me? Joe Biden can barely find the podium anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and if he reads, he's like, and
And he
everybody's
starts
like,
yelling.
it's so great. And it's like, do you even know what he just said? Maybe the people in the audience see the teleprompter. Maybe that's
Well,
how they know what he said.
Applying common sense, Trump has actually gained some as far as people who are following him.
Mhm.
He's getting some more of the young vote, more of the suburban housewives,
If he gets
more of the black vote, and more of the Hispanic vote.
Vivek, I'm
And
telling
he
you,
should win.
if he gets Vivek, a lot of the young crowd's gonna.
If there's an election.
I like where this is going.
I'm going to say something, and this is going to be prophetic.
Do I need to hit mute?
I like where this is going.
No, it's not going to be bad.
Oh,
To stop Trump from getting elected, they will have a civil war.
You don't think they'll just try to stop him?
They're looking at this Texas thing, and they're saying, how can we use this to our advantage? And if you think for a second that they wouldn't have a civil war to stop him from being elected, you're naive.
True.
So when it happens, you heard it here first.
I mean they've been setting the stage for civil war for 4 years.
Well, or even if it doesn't,
It'll be over in 1 week.
Even if it doesn't escalate to that point, they will probably try something like civil unrest is going on. We can't have an
Yes,
election.
absolutely.
with
Oh, yeah,
civil
yeah.
unrest.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be
100%.
something.
It's
going
gonna
to
be something.
Yeah, it'll be.
Just prepare yourself. It's going to be something.
Yep.
And they're going to cheat
And
again.
that'll be the breaking point.
And they're going to cheat again.
I have
100%.
but they've been
I have
doing
a
that
feeling.
for the last 4 years. COVID was just the start of it. They did it with racism after that, and
Yeah.
the idea of whether you think vaccines are right or not. They've been pitting this country to argue with from within for the last 4 years straight, almost 4 years.
Yeah, but a lot of that has to do with external influences from like foreign countries and stuff like that. China's always stirring the pot about something.
Yeah.
But Civil War, they don't want that, because they would be really shocked at how few people actually agree with them.
Yeah.
If they weren't using computer,
when the
I wanna say
rubber hits
computer
when the
virus.
rubber hits the road, and it starts hitting the fan,
Right.
which side are they going to pick? I think a lot of the
Oh, yeah.
people that
Well,
thought they were going to be on the one side would be like,
typically,
Is this what you want?
exactly.
Is this what you really want?
I think they would have a change of heart.
They would have
Let's just put it
a
that
drastic change.
Yeah, because like you said, they're not behind their keyboard anymore.
Well, the series I'm reading, it's a really good series. Indian Country. It's about Indian Country is a great book, but it's basically if you join the Red, you have to serve in the military, and if you don't serve in the military, you can't vote. You have to serve at least 2 years in the military, and that's how they do American citizenship. You have to serve, and your grandfather didn't if you're older like me, but that's kind of the mindset of it. But he does the whole. There's a collection of books, and he does the whole.
How it would be split.
Yeah, and he talks about the battles and all that stuff that takes place. And actually, one of the big battles it takes place in Jasper.
I could see, like I said, I could see Southern Indiana.
Southern Indiana would
be red.
Would be red.
And then probably around that Bloomington area.
Bloomington,
Indianapolis,
turning really blue.
Well, there was a lot of conservatives in Bedford and stuff like that too. Bloomington is nuts.
Yeah,
Bloomington's red.
crazy.
But it's a bigger
blue,
city
yeah.
with a university in it, and that's why it's
That
nuts.
tends to do that.
Yeah, 100%. And I praise God. I went to a conservative college, so it was cool to go there.
The Civil War thing, though, typically people on the opposite side of us would challenge your right to carry a firearm. What are they going to fight us with?
Sticks.
F-15s.
Yeah, they got F-15s.
Yeah.
But none of the pilots are going to join them.
Yeah,
That's right.
so they're going to kind of figure out how to fly one. I hope Google works when this all happens.
And I mean, seriously, and I know, I mean, we know some special forces guys
They would not in a million years
who
turn their
don't
back
pray
on
to
their-
God, but they
Yeah.
pray for civil war.
They do.
They're just waiting,
itching.
and
Yeah.
they've got stockpiles.
And they have things that
I actually have one dude.
yeah.
I have one dude who's a good friend of mine who was in fifth group out of Fort Campbell, and he's already got it lined up what we'd have to do, where we'd have to hit. He's
Don't-
ready,
A lot of them are.
and there's like 100,000 of those guys
they're
out
all
there.
like, and they're the guys that it's going to be 1 to their 20. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like one of our guys is going to take out 20 of those.
And not just
but-
like Rangers and people like that. You got tier 1 guys who are just
Yeah.
waiting around for this stuff to happen
yeah.
because they're bored.
Kind of off subject, but not. Did you see the? I know you hate Whistling Diesel with a passion,
Right.
but he bought a Komatsu dozer
Mm-hmm.
that's the exact same model that the Killdozer was. So he buys this thing.
How did we get on this?
He puts it. Well, I'm thinking,
okay.
turning against
Right. Okay.
the powers to be. He buys this thing. He puts it on a trailer. He tracks it 12 hours out of the way to go through that town. He takes the Killdozer through that town. Now, granted, it's not armored up or nothing, but it's the actual, it's
Right.
the exact same model dozer. And he's taking it to his place to do modifications to it. And I'm thinking, this is so great.
Oh my
I love it.
gosh.
I love it. But that's the thing. It's like, okay, the government's like, yeah, we've got tanks. Well, we have rednecks. I mean, look at what one dude did with a dozer.
Right.
We have people.
You got tanks. Well, we have javelin missile launchers. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
like we have people that have things that they shouldn't have.
right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's
And they've got them buried somewhere in the backyard.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
yeah.
I mean, I've got enough ammo to supply our small town. It's like we're not worried about.
I don't.
this.
I lost all mine in a tragic boating.
Well, that's
accident.
true. They did. They fell out of the bottom of
Yeah,
the boat.
remember we were in the boat and we had all the guns with us.
Every
we were,
single gun.
They were sunbathing.
Yeah.
and we
You
had
were
that tragic-
sunbathing or the weapons
The
were?
weapons were.
we were
Oh.
sunbathing
Yeah,
together.
and they just
sexy.
because weapons can kill people, so you have to make sure that they're happy. So they were out sunbathing on
We
the boat,
lost them.
and we got in a tragic boat accident. We survived. Everything.
Every
else
single
sunk to
gun
the
I
bottom
own,
of
and-
the
But the
Atlantic
tragic
Ocean.
boat accident
I just
happened,
have the ammo. I don't have any
happened in a
guns.
small pond, so we can get them back.
The Atlantic Ocean.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's where they're at. Bottom of the Atlantic. If anybody wants to look.
And no guns. I have ammo. No guns.
Yes, no guns.
Yeah. So it's worthless. I can't do
Yeah,
anything.
can't do anything. We can throw bullets at people.
True. I used to pitch in college.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we do that. Of course, Antifa wouldn't need bullets.
No, we just slap them. That'd be enough. You just walk up, slap them.
I take a plastic fork out there and kill all of them.
A pencil.
Oh my!
I'll call you the boogeyman.
A pencil.
Pencil. That'd be great.
All right. On that note,
On that note, yeah, I'll find the old outro for next.
I don't think there's anything you're going to be able to cut from this video because we really just rambled.
We're just all over the place.
Cut. Oh,
This is what we do all the time, though.
We have
could
3
actually
videos
turn
I'll
this off
pull
and
out of
continue
this.
talking for 6 more hours.
I don't know if I'm going to get many shorts out of this one because all the things I would make shorts are probably pretty controversial this week.
We're
That's
probably,
good.
probably going to. Yeah, don't talk. Yeah. You start talking about Civil War and stuff like that, and they start
Yeah.
getting their panties in a wad.
Last week's shorts, though, which are going to be coming out, they're great. You talking about swinging your balls around, it's something.
And I do that often.
All right.
All righty then.